what's up, everybody? It's the UFC 253 live watch along. I am Dave Simon, the leader of the Ringside Report crew, the Leonardo of this Ninja Turtles team, right? Who's Michelangelo, guys? I think AJ's Michelangelo. Freddie would be Raphael, and of course Johnny North, Donatello, I think. Or maybe Freddie's Donatello and Johnny North is Raphael. Johnny North is actually more emo like Raphael is, you know? He's got more emotion. So I'd say Johnny North is more Raphael. I would definitely be a Leonardo because I'm the leader of the team with the swords. AJ's the party dude. And Fred is the brains of the operation, Donatello. Welcome to the show, boys.
Like, right now I'm wondering if AJ understands what you're referencing to.
No, I did, man. Listen.
What is he talking about?
Listen, I was more concerned of trying to get onto the show here, man. That was my biggest concern.
You don't know.
He doesn't know. AJ, who am I talking about? Who are Michelangelo, Donatello, Leonardo, and Raphael?
Dude, I was born when the freaking Ninja Turtles came out. I even made a freaking ad on Ringside with us. Do you remember that? Go to Instagram and you can see it. Oh, you guys. If you were going to reference something like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something that you would watch, Dave, nowadays.
Fred was just saying because, you know, Ninja Turtles was in my childhood, was in Fred's childhood, but for you, like, you were in your mid-40s when Ninja Turtles was popular, so it was a different time, right?
No, man, the thing actually, Dave, I was kind of old already when it came out, so...
Yeah.
That's why I was wondering if AJ knew it.
No. I think the original Ninja Turtles came out, like, in the early 90s, man.
Yeah.
So I'm still a young AJ, a young spring chicken, man.
Were you? I was like 6, so you must have been like, you know, mid-20s at least, right? Right?
I was probably I was able to bang away at that point, most probably.
Okay, let's not hear about what you were doing and your banging in the 90s. No one wants to know about that.
Did you say you wanted to hear about it?
No. We got UFC 253 going on. We had trouble getting AJ on the show. Freddie and I have to troubleshoot. Man. We have to troubleshoot your new microphone every single time we do a show. Like before the show, I wish you guys could see us like yelling at AJ trying to get him to restart his browser, and he's like, "So close my iPad." I'm like, "No, restart your browser." Your understanding of technology is amazing, AJ. It's amazing that you're on YouTube. Just amazing.
I'm gonna tell you, this shit is complicated. I can't wait till we get back in studio so I don't have to go under this stress. I've lost like about 2-3 years of my life just like in the last 15 minutes. This shit is stressful. You got you screaming, Fred screaming. I'm like, I don't know what to turn off. I turned off everything. That's what I did. I just turned off everything and restarted it, and boom, everything is back.
And now it works. Imagine that.
I gotta get Noah in here. I gotta get my little intern to come in here and like start working on stuff here. Because I'm telling you, man, it's flipping me out, this shit.
What are you saying, Fred?
This COVID is freaking me out.
You're always saying you got, like, some guy working on whatever.
Yeah.
Can't you get a guy to get your mic to work?
Yeah.
Is it working now?
Well, yeah, now it's working, but, like, what about your team? You have this whole tech team where I guess you keep them at a distance because of coronavirus or something? What's going on, AJ? I thought you had a whole team working for you.
No, I do. But the thing is that it's like the home stuff is a little bit different because of the COVID. You're right.
Yeah. So we are on YouTube. We are on Facebook Live. We are now on Twitch. Go to twitch.tv/Ringside Report to check us out. We are streaming on all 3 platforms right now for the first time ever on a watch-along. AJ still doesn't understand what Twitch is, but we get it, and we're happy to be...
I thought it was a disease or something that came about.
You can have a Twitch.
The Twitch.
Yeah.
John Jones has a lot of Twitches sometimes, if you know what I mean.
Hey, take it easy, okay? We're going to be fighting for John Jones's belt tonight. Dominic Reyes and Jan Blachowicz fighting for the John Jones title, the UFC light heavyweight belt. Israel Adesanya taking on Paulo Costa in our main event for the UFC middleweight championship. Before we get to that, we're going to have Hakeem Dawodu from Calgary taking on Zubaira Tukugov from somewhere else. Ketlin Vieira against Sijara Eubanks. And Brandon Royval taking on Kai Kara-France. And that all leading up to the double main event here. Light heavyweight and middleweight titles on the line tonight, dudes. and we have our picks. We put our picks online as well, right?
A lot of people going with our picks, man.
A lot of people going with our picks. Shout out to our buddy Doug at Bet99, right? They're jumping aboard the Ringside Report train. They're liking our picks, right? They're happy with what we're doing. So shout out to those guys, and you might be hearing more. Else. You might be hearing more from those guys in the future here on the show, right?
For sure, man. And let me tell you something. We beat out everybody else on last week's picks. If we could pull it off tonight, listen, we got a couple of different picks between me, you, and Freddie, but the main card is where it comes down to. Me and Freddie took Costa. You went with Israel, and show them, Dave. Show them away.
There you go. There's our picks right there. So you can see.
Yeah.
Yep, those are our picks.
For the straight win, and then the manner of win on the right-hand side there.
Yep, so you've got, I've got Israel by decision. Freddie and AJ have Paulo Costa. Freddie's got him by knockout. AJ's got him by submission. We've all got Dominic Reyes to win tonight. I've got him by TKO, and so does AJ. Freddie's going with a decision. Freddie and AJ going with Kai Kara France by decision. I've got Brandon Royval by submission here tonight. He's got 3 submissions in a row, looking to make it 4 tonight over Kara France as the underdog, Royval. Freddie and I both taking Ketlin Vieira by decision. AJ's got Sajara Eubanks by submission. And Freddie and I going with Hakeem Dawodu by decision, whereas AJ going the other way with Zubara Tukugov by TKO. And those picks are up on our official Instagram page right now at Instagram, Ringside Report, at Ringside Report on Instagram. So there's that. There are our picks, official picks that we put out there.
And they're all at bet99.com. So if you don't believe that we're like up there, we're up there.
And I'm serious about my picks. Like, I went with a parlay, a 5-fight parlay with the method of victory on each fight, so I could win like a ridiculous amount of money tonight. Highly unlikely, but hey, I put my money where my mouth is. I'm down, all right? If I think it's going to go one way, I'm not just going to tell you that and kind of haphazardly say it to you. I'm actually going to put a bet down and see what happens. Roll the dice. Make this pay-per-view a lot more fun, right?
You're an adventurous guy, Dave. You're like no bullshit with you, man. You go straight to the kill. But me and Freddie, on the other hand, I think we're gonna win.
Yeah, we'll see.
Tonight's card, man.
We'll see what happens when Israel Adesanya's got this fight here tonight. Shout out to Johnny North, who says Leonardo is emo. Johnny North on the chat. Johnny North rejecting the emo title right away. I love you, Big Johnny. Lauren Cronish, my man.
Last time too.
Lauren Cronish, my man out in Côte St. Luc. I know Lauren's nephew, and his nephew was telling me that Lauren has like a fleet of like remote control cars, which I really like. Man. I love remote control cars, so maybe Lauren wants to invite the team so we could go play with his cars. OG Ralph is on the chat. Patrick C. Hamilton, our man out in Saskatchewan. Khalid Safi asks, when start the fight? Riders. Khalid, the fight starts in, I don't know, a minute or two. They haven't started a fight. Nothing's going on yet, guys. The fights have not begun. We've had some prelim fights. We saw that. We saw the prelims, but the pay-per-view, they're still doing video packages. They're showing Dawodu and the guy Tukugov. Yeah.
Listen, Dave, a couple more shout-outs, man. We got our buddy out in Spain, in Vinaro, Spain. My buddy Marty, that's living the dream, man. He opened up his bar by the sea, El Surf Cantina, who's watching the fights tonight and listening to us. I'm serious, man. We're gonna have to go down to Spain. Freddie, you're gonna have to go. You're from that place, man. That's your home base, man. Anyways, he's in Vinaro, Spain. I don't know where that is.
Born in Canada, man.
Bro, I thought you were Spanish. You always say you're like rooting for the Spanish soccer team. You know, who's not going to win the World Cup next year. You know that, and I know that. But that's okay.
It's no fun rooting for Canada. That's for sure.
Yeah, we're all
unless
Canadian.
It's rugby and maybe hockey.
We're all Canadian guys most of the year, but then the World Cup comes around and like, yeah, we're European because like Canada's not in it. It's more fun to root for a team that can win.
Hey, wait. Whoa. And another shout out to our buddies in Abu Dhabi. Listen.
Freddie and I are French and Spanish only during big soccer tournaments. AJ is Italian 24/7. 365, right? Like, I'm going to take that back. Like, Freddie and I are Canadian most of the year. AJ, you're Italian 100% of the time. Even though you were born here, you represent, and I love that. Respect. AJ,
Exactly,
you were
man.
saying
Jersey
before
Italians.
that I live on the edge. I walk on the edge. This is my
What is
first
that?
piece. This is my first piece of banana bread that I'm eating. This
Ooh, I
is
love
the this
banana
is
bread.
the end piece. I had a whole loaf, which I posted on my Instagram at Dave
What?
Simon MMA.
How many calories that's? You
Well,
crazy?
I'm not gonna eat the whole loaf of banana bread, but I'm just saying, like, this banana bread is serious. This is,
I'd like to try some of that. I love banana bread. It's my
Oh
favorite.
yeah. Come try some. You want me
Yeah.
to bring you some? I'll bring you some. You can have some.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Why would I say no? Banana bread. Who doesn't like banana bread, man?
Oh my God, Fred, we need to give AJ some of this banana bread and see what happens. Next watch along, you got to
What?
eat the banana bread with me while I'm doing the show, okay?
You won't finish.
Yeah,
the
that won't
show,
be too hard. I love banana bread.
Yeah, he won't
Why?
be
What
able
the hell
to
are you doing?
finish
You
the
gonna
show.
spike me
Yeah, this
again?
is
Don't tell me it's that crazy shit again.
Yeah, this is
Don't
is
do
not
that shit, because I can
just
start running out of your
banana
house
bread.
naked or something on your street. Don't do that shit, man. I'll start seeing cats. I'll start flipping out. I'll attack the dog downstairs at your neighbors. Don't do that, man. You never know. I thought it was like banana bread.
It is.
Or is it? So there you go. Banana bread I love, man. I thought you were going to spike it with your gummies or something.
Well, it's banana bread, but, it's made with butter, a certain type of butter.
Yeah? Okay.
That gets
What kind
you
of butter?
high. Weed butter.
Aunt Jemima, what? Weed butter? They actually have weed butter? You're kidding me. Is that
Yeah.
real or you're bullshitting me?
Yeah, it's a Provigo.
They make... What?
No, man, you make
Freddy,
it
is he
yourself.
joking, this guy? What's he talking about?
Oh my God.
Listen,
AJ,
first of all, before I forget,
you're funny.
there's a shout. Listen, before I forget, there's a shout out from Abu Dhabi from our buddy Charles Air Jordan with Fabio out watching the fights.
Nice.
Give us a shout out, and he's fighting October 3rd. So shout out to Air Jordan, man, and hopefully he takes that win, man. He told us to bet on him on Bet99.
I'll bet on him. Charles Air Jordan. He's fighting next Saturday, October 3rd, on my birthday.
He looks ripped.
Which,
What?
by the
That's
way,
true.
this,
It's your birthday.
this is a big birthday week for everybody. It was AJ's birthday on Tuesday. It's going to be Fred's birthday on Wednesday. And then on Saturday, it's going to be my birthday. So hit us up on Super Chat so we can buy ourselves some nice birthday presents this week, all right? It's Freddie's birthday coming up. Big Freddie turning the big 3-5 just like me. AJ turning the big
Like me
6-0
too.
this week. Unbelievable.
What? These guys, man. I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So listen, so we're going to have to sing happy birthday for Freddie on Thursday. And then do we do it for you as well, or do we wait for the
Wednesday.
week after, Dave?
I'm having a huge
Well,
party.
Wednesday, but for the show, man.
I'm having a huge party on Saturday. Orange Zone be damned. I'm going to have like 600 people, no mask. It's going to be crazy.
I'd seriously doubt your girlfriend's going to make you do that.
I'm kidding.
That's why I am
I
remote
already
and having
told you
problems
guys
with
I
this
was off
stupid, like,
this week, by the way.
What?
what?
I already told you guys I was off this week, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Fred's off on Thursday. Why are you
What?
off, Fred?
Why, Freddie? Why
You
you
out of
off?
town
What the
or
hell's going
something?
on? Tuareg Riviera
Family
again?
thing.
Fred's busy.
Is
All
it
right.
is it serious family thing or fun family thing?
It's a family thing, man.
Don't worry about it. Don't ask too many questions,
I want to
AJ.
know, man.
He'll
I get
tell you
concerned
later.
when Freddie's like so straight up.
Take it
So
easy.
Freddie's not in. What the hell are we gonna do, man?
So
Can't
I'll-
talk no more because I mean, like, with all the restrictions, if like somebody were to do the meal for their birthday, they can't have more than 3 different addresses. Like, this whole
Bro,
thing
you
is
can't.
stupid.
I think you're only
I'm
allowed
just
6
saying.
people,
I'm
if
not
I'm not
saying that's the
mistaken.
case, but
Is it a 6-person limit now for indoor gatherings?
Yeah, it's 6.
No.
Yes, it's 6.
yeah.
Is it?
And
Oh,
3
Only 6.
what am I going to do for my
and 3
birthday?
different addresses.
So I guess me and Freddie are not invited to your birthday, Dave.
Oh, I guess not. That's too bad. Shout out to Patrick C. Hamilton with a birthday cake emoji super chat. We appreciate you, Patrick.
Wow, cool, man.
Hakeem Dawodu is in the octagon. He's fighting out of Calgary, but he doesn't have a Canadian flag in his corner. I think that's like a, what is that?
Nigeria.
Nigeria. Hey, man.
They're all
See?
Nigerian fighters. Tonight,
Nobody
man.
that's Canadian
Isn't he
wants to
training
actually
with
say
Israel,
they're
this guy?
Canadian, you know? Fred, if you fought
But
in the
isn't this guy-
octagon, you'd have like a Spanish flag. AJ would have an Italian flag. I'd have like a French flag behind me. It'd be ridiculous.
Come on, Dave.
And I'd have another
don't tread
flag.
on me flag.
Ooh.
A conservative
say I was-
battle flag.
I was gonna have my NDG flag, man. The no
There's-
damn good.
There's
flag,
no
for sure.
NDG flag.
Yes, there is, man.
No, there
Below the
isn't.
tracks, there's a flag. Yeah,
There's
man,
no
I'll bring
flag.
it next time.
Bullshit.
You'll see. I'll bring it.
I was born and
All right.
raised in NDG. There's no flag.
Dude, you were above the tracks. It doesn't count.
Oh, it
Below
counts.
the tracks is very different.
Below
very
Sherbrooke,
different.
though, I'm bordering the tracks. I'm right there. I'm right there. I went through that Melrose Tunnel all hours of the night. I'm not scared. Come see me.
And you,
Yeah,
there's
you
nothing
know
like
what I'm
the
talking
sweet
about.
smell of piss in that tunnel. Of course,
AJ,
man.
you know the
You
tunnel.
know how many times
what
I
I'm
got
talking
mugged
about.
there?
Yeah, but I
For
see,
sure,
but
man.
yeah, that's right. You got mugged there, but I'm not scared. I walked through that tunnel because I'm tough from NDG, bro.
You are, man.
I
Above the
ventured.
track. I was gonna say,
I ventured
Well-
below the tracks a lot. George St. Pierre Park. Yeah, you guys don't know
you
about
know
that.
GSP Park, man.
But
of
that's
course
not.
I know
It's
about
not
that.
named after the UFC fighter, but there is a park
Yes, it is.
below the tracks NDG that's called George St. Pierre Park. No, it's not
But-
named
but
after
if-
GSP the
I
fighter,
know,
bro.
I know. It's actually named. I'm going to tell you who it's named after. It's named after the first bank manager of the Case Populaire in NDG. His name was George St. Pierre. But everybody at this point thinks it's actually.
Yeah.
It actually thinks it's George St. Pierre, and you're letting it ride. And first of all, I'm going to tell you something. George St. Pierre used to come below the tracks a lot because there were certain friends that took care of him through his training camp, if you know what I mean.
He used to get his haircut at the corner of Sherbrooke and Marcel at the Jamaican barbershop. I see him there a few times.
Oh, yeah.
The place isn't
That's a
there
cool
anymore.
place.
It's not there anymore, but he used to be there.
What?
Yeah, that barbershop isn't there anymore. I don't know where George gets his haircut now. That's why I'm saying it publicly, because otherwise I wouldn't be like, yeah, George goes to get his haircut there, you know, but the place isn't around
but it's
anymore. But I used to live like right around there, and I used to see George once in a while getting his haircut there. And I saw them
But it's
film. They filmed like a thing for the UFC where he's getting his haircut, and it was at that place in NDG.
But it's funny that you're mentioning haircut because tonight I was looking at him on RDS and I'm like, man, George got a haircut because a couple of weeks back he let his hair grow and he looked like Tintin. You know Tintin, the comic book guy?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'm looking and I'm like, that doesn't look like George. And tonight he had his crew cut back. So maybe something is up.
He's getting ready
Maybe
for
he's
Khabib.
training.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yo,
Listen,
this
back
watch
to this
along.
fight here.
This watch along is gonna be late, man. I think we're gonna have 2 title fights, right? It might go late, but next watch along that
I
we do,
predicted 4 decisions.
yeah, next watch along that we do though for the next UFC pay per view, even if it does go long, it won't matter because it'll be in the afternoon. I'm pretty excited about that,
What?
guys. In October, the UFC 254, the Khabib fight, is gonna be on in the afternoon. It's like a 3 o'clock start. Yeah, it'll be cool.
Yeah, let's hope like we'll lift this COVID and we can have like a barbecue at your place. Hey, listen, just to let you,
It's like
to
a
say,
month away, man. It's unlikely.
It's anything's possible, man. But right now it's not looking good. We're in the orange zone here in Montreal. I
Yeah.
don't know what Freddie is in the South Shore, man, but it's not looking good here.
I think Freddy's orange too.
Is he?
Technically, I don't know. It's orange just because Halloween's coming up. I think that's why we're in orange zone.
Everything's green in my
Let's see.
life.
How many times can they cancel Halloween, man?
They better not cancel it this year.
That didn't happen in my days. That shit wouldn't fly, man.
What do you think
Never
about
tell you
this
the
fight
time
so far?
Listen, Tukov is just like pushing this guy like he's paper. I mean, he just looks so confident. The other guy's just throwing punches and it's going nowhere, just hitting air. I don't know.
I just landed
And I
one.
think he trains. Doesn't he train with Israel?
This is AJ analysis because he took Tukagov. Dawodu just landed a solid jab there on Tukagov. I think Tukagov's hitting more air than Dawodu is. Neither of these guys are doing that much, but I feel like Dawodu is landing a little bit more, but not much action in the first round. Almost finished the first
Exactly.
round. Not much has been going on, but I feel like Dawodu's landed a few more jabs, and Tukagov has not done much, right, Fred?
Well, early in the round, nothing was happening. Both guys weren't really throwing anything, and now the last minute or so, it's been a little bit more action-packed. It's a round that could go either way, honestly, I would say.
Yeah. Freddie, you
Come
took...
on,
Where are you
guys.
guys at? 25, 24,
Yeah.
23?
I'm at 24, 23, 22, 21. So I'm like, what, 3 seconds behind you? AJ, where are you at?
I'm like, again, as usual, like the turtle behind the race, man.
Minutes behind.
Which is good because I'm able to like
I'm at
recap what's
10,
past, you know?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1 is over.
See, I'm like about 20 seconds behind, man.
Okay, that's not so bad, AJ. This is the problem with having
when you start cheering.
It's the problem with having a watch along at a distance, right? We all have feeds that are slightly off from each other, but Freddie and I are pretty much in sync. And AJ, you're just a few steps behind, like usual. No problem, AJ.
Yeah, but it gives me a chance to like recap it, like I said. And I think, man, that was a close round.
Close round.
Close to call, but I'm giving it to Kukagov.
To your guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to my guy Hakeem Dawodu, the Canadian.
I'll be the sensible Nigerian one and say it could go either way.
So call it a draw.
And Freddie in the middle.
It's a draw. The Ringside Report official judges rule round 1 a draw. I gave it. It's a majority draw in round 1 so far, right? Freddie's calling it a draw. AJ's saying it one guy. I'm saying the other. So.
Well, is it a majority draw? Look, I mean, we all have different.
I'm saying, to be honest,
so
yeah,
it looks like a draw.
No. So what is it? A split draw?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think it's called a split draw. I think.
Hey, what's happening with Connor? Did you hear all the hoopla with Connor, man? Did I call it? Did I say it, guys? Did I say that he ended up in boxing again?
He wants to fight Manny Pacquiao?
Did you say it? I don't remember you saying he was going to fight Pacquiao or anything like that.
No. I said he was going to come back boxing. You got to give it to him.
It sucks.
Here we go, round 2, man.
It is. It's awful. I don't want to see it.
Why, man? Come on. Everybody wants to see that.
Oh, come on. It's going to be a waste of time. Connor's going to be like preparing for 2-3 months doing the press conferences. And with Pacquiao, they won't even, like, Pacquiao's not like Mayweather. Mayweather trash talks with Connor. So, the press conferences at least are entertaining, whereas Pacquiao won't be trash talking with McGregor. No. Like, honestly, it's stupid. I hope it doesn't get done.
I agree. I don't want to see it. Connor keeps picking these weirdo fights. He did this whole Twitter thread yesterday where he talked about how he wanted to fight Diego Sanchez and all this stuff. And, like, he showed the text that he sent to Dana, and Dana's like, I'd be sued for promotional malpractice if I booked you against Diego Sanchez. And Connor even put that out. He's like, yeah, well, whatever. Connor wants to fight all these weirdo fights, man. Diego Sanchez, Manny Pacquiao, like... Just get in there and fight one of the top 5 lightweights in the UFC, or fight Nate Diaz, or just, I don't know what he's doing here, but it doesn't look like he's fighting in the UFC anytime soon, because he says he's going to fight Manny Pacquiao in boxing. And, like, Diego Sanchez got mauled tonight, totally destroyed. Unanimous decision loss to Jake Matthews tonight. He was the biggest underdog on the card. It would be, like, if the UFC came out tomorrow and they decided to give Connor what he wants, and they're like, Connor's going to fight Diego Sanchez, everybody would be like, what? What do you mean he's going to fight Diego Sanchez? Like, Connor wanted to fight Anderson Silva at one point, and even that, I was like, yeah, okay, I mean, that'd be all right. It's weird, but, like, okay. But Diego Sanchez, like, that's another level crazy. What is Connor thinking? I don't really understand what he wants. It's strange.
Look, like Sanchez, like after you saw him fight tonight, and respect to the guy because he didn't get taken out. Like it looked at one point where he was gonna just be the ref was gonna jump in and stop the fight. Sanchez didn't look good at all, man. He didn't look in shape whatsoever. He had his 6-pack beer belly hanging, and it just. It's not Sanchez of the past, and I don't know, man. I would have liked to hear his interview after, but the thing is that, man, he's done. He's done.
Well, yeah, he's been done for a while, man, and to have him fight Conor McGregor is ridiculous. The guy's 38 years old, legend of the sport, Diego Sanchez is, Ultimate Fighter 1 and all that stuff, but he's seen his better days. You know, I don't understand.
Well, I
but
mean, Diego's greatest moments was earning a title shot against BJ Penn, and he got destroyed. And that's like years ago. So
yeah,
you know, he's a warrior. He's a veteran. The UFC likes him because he always brings it. People love him. I love Diego Sanchez. I was hoping he was going to win tonight, but unfortunately, you know, he's just not elite. I still think him and Nick Diaz could make sense because, I struggle to think that Nick Diaz could compete with one of the top guys, unless you put him against Connor, who's been pretty inactive also. But other than that, there's not a lot of matchups that make sense for Nick Diaz. I would go for that Diego Sanchez, especially with him being off so many years. Diego has a win over Nick. Nick could try to avenge that, and from there, you know, move on to a bigger fight.
Good point, Freddie. That would be a good one.
I wouldn't mind seeing Nick and Robbie Lawler again. I think at this point that makes sense too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would work.
Oh, Mike Perry's going to fight Robbie Lawler, eh? You see that?
Really? No.
Yeah. That's kind of weird.
Fight.
Yeah.
Well, you think so? I think it'll be a good fight. I'm surprised that Mike Perry is still hanging in the UFC with all the shenanigans that he's been through in the last year. In fact, I mean, the guy. I'm surprised he hasn't been kicked out.
Yeah, I'm not fully.
BJ Penn got kicked out for like less than what he's done, and it doesn't make sense. Think about it. BJ Penn, a legend of the UFC, got booted out for his fight in the street. I mean, come on.
It wasn't just that though. It was other stuff.
Like what, Dave? Like honestly, what can you do? The guy came back. He won. No, he didn't win. Actually, he lost. I should say. And it's BJ Penn. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Mike Perry's just kind of a joke to me. I don't really take him seriously. And I'm going to eat another piece of this banana bread, guys. So I'm going to get, you guys in, 45 minutes to an hour.
That's a lot of calories,
you guys are going to see a different level. Ooh, Freddie's got cookies. Freddie's got edibles. I've got edibles.
What's up with you guys? What are you,
Freddie
a baking contest over
Freddie
here?
and I are getting high, all right? That's what's happening.
And I'm drinking good old classic.
What you drinking
Montreal
tonight?
Canadian juice.
More Jägermeister?
No, I ran out of Jaeger, unfortunately.
Well, what you got?
A little orange juice. A little orange juice and vodka. The old days used to call this a screwdriver. What do they call it nowadays? Dave?
A screwdriver.
Really? They still call it screwdriver?
Shout out to
Where's my buddy
mechanized. Man, I can't read. Mechanized handshake on the chat.
What?
He says, "Don't talk like you care about calories." That's what he says to you, AJ. Shout out to mechanized handshake on the chat. I like that guy. I don't know who he is, but I like him already. Jason Morno Pete on the chat.
Calories.
Jason Morno Pete on the chat out in Mexico. Mechanized handshake says, "What's up, dad bods?" I like that.
It is
I like
dad
this guy,
bod, man. Tell me about it. It's embarrassing, man. No jiu-jitsu, no wrestling, no nothing, man. I'm turning into Flubby.
We're all
Sanchez.
dads.
I was looking at Diego Sanchez, and I'm like, I'm kind of looking like him now.
We're all dads that like a nice treat every now and again. So what are you gonna do? This is what happens. You get the body of a dad. I'm still pretty muscular,
but how many
though.
pieces of banana bread? Yeah, with the Leone shirt there, I can see it.
Go on.
Look at that.
Look
at that. Eating a piece of banana bread. Look at that. George St. Pierre. That's exactly what George does.
I'm all right. I can still fight, but I'm getting, old. It's my birthday soon.
It doesn't matter, dude. It's just age is just a number, man. In the dark, we're all the same age.
What? Oh,
Not
man.
sure
Never heard that one?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I'll let that slide, man. That's an old school thing.
I
Nowadays,
don't know.
you can get in trouble for that shit.
I don't even know what you're talking about. We're just going to move on. We're in the third round of this Tukugov-Dawodu fight. And, whatever. I think
Come on, man.
Tukugov won the second round.
Tukugov won the second round for sure, and he's winning this third round too. Dawodu is not looking so good. Tukugov just seems like he's putting a pace on him that he can't really handle. Like, Tukugov just keeps moving forward, and Dawodu's just like, oh, man. Seemed like after the first round, he just didn't have an answer for him. Tukugov was, like, not that aggressive in the first, but then he got aggressive in the second and third, and it's doing well for him.
Well, he's being aggressive, Tukugov, whatever you want to call him. But, yeah, he's winning this third. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, he should win this fight. I mean, so far he's winning. Looking for a high crotch single leg takedown against a fence. Dawodu's defending it, but you like that technical wrestling term there? High crotch single leg? You like that, AJ? Boom. What's up?
I like that. That was good.
Yeah, because as Fred says, I'm the best wrestler on Ringside Report. Which I know pisses you off, AJ. You could talk. You could say something.
I'm looking at the fight, man. I'm trying to. I want this guy to win with my method of TKO, man. He's gonna win the fight, so I got that right.
Yeah, he's not gonna win by TKO.
Win, he's got it.
He's not finishing this guy.
No. But it's a good fight, you know. It's not a bad start. There's no
Nobody's been in real trouble though, right? Like no guy has put the other guy in a serious
compromised position.
Yeah, where it's like almost done. You know, they've landed shots, they've scored points, but nobody's really had an advantage, a clear advantage in this fight. And now Dawodu is chasing down Tukugov. He's like, "Come on, come fight me," and Tukugov's just backing up. Tukugov slapped him, though. You see that? Oh.
That's what you get, man.
Damn.
Eat one of those, man.
Yeah, but Dawodu's moving forward now. He's going to try and take this round. If he can take this round, he might win this fight. And then Freddie and I will be correct with the Dawodu by decision prediction. So that'd be nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's hamming it up, but he's backed it up with nothing.
Oh! Big right hand by Dawodu. Big. And he's yelling at him, screaming at him, walking him down. Tukugov just backing up. Dawodu was walking towards him with his hands down, though. I mean, he's just talking shit. But I like it. It's showing you, like, look, I'm walking right towards you. You're not doing anything. Tukugov just backing up.
Oh, yeah. I hate these guys, man, that talk shit, but, like, 3 rounds go by and he didn't do much.
Interesting final minute,
what
though.
What is that?
Well, Dawodu he's chasing him. Tukugov's just backing away, man.
What?
Tukugov isn't doing a goddamn thing.
He's not going to engage.
Well, I don't know. He doesn't look like a winner at the third round when you're just running away for the last 90 seconds. You run away in the third round. That was running. He ran for the end of that fight. I don't know, man. Dawodu may have stolen that round.
No, I don't think so, Dave.
Yeah, well, you'll see.
I don't think
we'll see.
His lips were flapping too much. No. No.
I think Tukugov got this.
Yeah. I mean, the guy
judges give round 1 and 3 to Dawodu. Like, I don't know. I'd have a hard time giving both of those rounds to the same guy.
Yeah.
You see, after the fight, though, you know, Tukugov's team, they're tending to him. They're icing him down. Dawodu's just kind of dancing around. He seems like he got touched way less, and we're seeing the replays. Dawodu landed a lot. I think he landed the cleaner shots on Tukugov. I don't know. This will be an interesting decision.
One thing for sure is that he got more kicks in the 3 rounds. But was it enough, like Freddie said? I think second round was Tukugov. Third round was Tukugov. First round could have been either or. And you know what? I don't see a decision, man.
Well, we're going to a decision, so.
Well, no, but I don't see it. I don't see the win for Hakeem. There's no way. Let's see the statistics here. Ooh, significant strikes. 61 by Hakeem, 30 by Tukugov.
Wow. That's something.
That's something.
Here we go.
Yes.
Decision time.
Yeah, but ground control time is a minute.
Ground control time.
Nothing for Hakeem.
1 minute. in a 15-minute fight.
In 11 seconds.
It's not much.
They both look like they're gonna.
Yeah,
cry.
the other guy got 0.
Split decision
Come on,
here.
man.
Split decision.
Yeah.
Let's not do the cowboy thing. Let's not do the cowboy thing.
Here, AJ.
Dawodu, baby. What's up, AJ? What's up, AJ?
What's up, AJ?
Dawodu by split decision. Victory. Check 1 for Freddie and Dave. AJ. He won the first. He won the third. I'm telling you. That's how I saw it. Dawodu, first and third. Hakeem Dawodu.
Ooh.
Canada.
Ooh.
Nigeria. Stop booing me. You're not the only one with sound effects.
What?
All right, I got sound effects too. All right.
Well, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Listen, that was a bullshit one, man. That was Freddie. You know that was bullshit between me and you. Freddie, you said it, man. Does he deserve this win?
Yeah.
I guess he did.
He
That
did.
Sucks,
He
man.
won.
That really sucks. Rob is going to be happy. He's like, whatever AJ says, I'm going with the opposite. So I guess he's right tonight.
Always go
Rob-
with Dave and Fred. When they're picking against AJ, always go with Dave and Fred. That's the way to
No,
go.
no. Listen, man,
Yeah.
last week's card, I would have had the perfect parlay because you know what? I won that. You know that Cowboy lost that fight.
But you
we all
did it.
know that.
Yeah,
But
but
you
you
didn't.
didn't. You didn't, though.
Tell your boy to stop cheating.
What? What do you mean cheating? The eye poke? Who hasn't got
Stop
eye
poking
poke?
eyes.
Yeah, tell him to stop poking the eyes. Yay! Victory. What's up, AJ?
That sucks, bro.
Come on, man. You should be cheering for me. That was my first on a 5-fight parlay that needed to come through. Dawodu by decision, and it did come through. And if the rest of these come through, I'm going to be rich by the end of the night. New tracksuits for everybody.
Then I'm
What are
cheering
the
for
other
you, man.
choices?
I'm gonna go
Seriously.
against my own card.
That's what I said to my
But listen
family
to-
before dinner. I was like, hey, if I win this bet tonight, I'm getting tracksuits for everybody. We're going to get matching
Oh, dude.
tracksuits. And my girlfriend's
That'd
like,
be
I don't want a
awesome, man.
tracksuit. And I'm like, yeah, too bad. You're getting matching tracksuits. We're going to take photos.
Listen, why don't you get like custom-made Ringside Report tracksuits?
Yes. Okay. Hit us up on Super
would be
Chat so
awesome.
we can get custom-made Ringside Report tracksuits, okay? Hit us up on that Super Chat. We need money so we can pay for our Ringside Report custom tracksuits. You know you want to see us in Ringside Report tracksuits. You know you want us to mass-produce Ringside Report tracksuits with the big what on the back, you know? Fantastic. We'll make those. We will make those, okay? I'll design them, too, so they'll be nice. We will make those,
That'd
but
be
you got to
cool,
hit us
man.
up on Super Chat. Keep supporting the Ringside Report team. Keep supporting our sponsors, Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com.
What?
Use the promo code Ringside20. When you do that, you get 20% off your order plus free shipping. They got great products at Manscaped. They got the Lawnmower 3.0. You know, I'll tell you guys, before we got this Manscaped sponsorship, I was a little bit skeptical. I was like, I don't know about all this Manscaped stuff. Do I need this stuff? Do I want this stuff? And then they sent me a box of all sorts of cool Manscaped products, and I'm like, by God, I love this stuff. And now I'm a Manscaped man. I'm all about it. I love it. It's great stuff. The Lawnmower 3.0 is the nicest clipper you will ever put near your dick. It's fantastic. It is just great. No nick technology. You won't get cut. You won't get skim there. Everything will be good in those nether regions. Manscaped has fantastic products, man. They've got a crop revitalizer, to revitalize your whole area. They've got ball deodorant to make your balls smell super good. Like, they got fantastic products. And, I'm really impressed with Manscaped. So I'm not just saying it because they're a sponsor. I legitimately believe in the product. It's very, very good. And you can get yourself a great deal on some great stuff. It's really well priced, too. It's not too expensive. And they provide free shipping when you use our promo code Ringside20. So it's a great deal. Free shipping. Use the promo code Ringside20 and you get 20% off as well. So free shipping and 20% off. This stuff is already pretty inexpensive. And then 20% off, it's like, you should buy it. You really should buy it. It's good stuff. They have great products, Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com. Use the promo code Ringside20. 20% off your order and free shipping. we get a little bit of a kickback as well, which is nice for us. We can get those cool tracksuits. And, we can buy these UFC pay-per-views and keep doing these watch-alongs for you, get new technology, and I could keep buying supplies to make banana bread so you can see me get all baked on YouTube, so many great things. So go to manscaped.com and use the promo code Ringside20, which, by the way, guys, I just did something, I did something on YouTube here. I ate, a solid amount of weed banana bread, and now,
weed.
Yeah. Holy shit, you are slow on the uptake there.
Listen. No. Listen, hear me out.
So I'm just saying, I ate that stuff, so, in a little bit, you're going to see the effects live on YouTube. I'm not scared. Imagine I start sweating, I start really freaking out like I ate too much, Fred, and, I overdosed myself, Unlikely.
Well, that
Unlikely.
happened to me, man.
I'm a
happened to me
professional.
at the studios, so don't come around. No.
I'm a professional. Fred, what are you eating on? You got cookies? How many you
Jelly
have?
beans.
Oh, okay. You didn't eat cookies?
Oh, jelly beans are good.
I thought you were eating the cookies.
Oh, well, I ate 2 cookies already.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hey, Dave, you know what I thought you were going to say? You were talking about
one.
Manscaped so much. You were talking about Manscaped so much. You know what it reminded me of? You might not know this, but Fred might know this. Back in the days, there was a guy that was like the big shtick guy. He was like, I love the big so much that I bought the company. Do you remember that?
I have no idea.
I love Manscaped so much that I'm going to buy the company. You don't remember that?
I know I'm not just the president, I'm also a customer, the Hair Club for Men. Wasn't that the thing?
No. It was big. He's like, I love the product so much that I bought the company.
I don't know what you're talking about. AJ, your references are all very
Freddie,
old.
You know what I'm talking about. Well, how old could it be, man? It's got to be 90s? Seriously? Guys, you don't know this?
No clue what you're talking about.
No idea.
I was thinking maybe he was going to go to that Right Guard commercial, with Hogan there. Anything less would be uncivilized. But
that's a good one.
Catches that one. You ever seen those ones, Dave?
No. Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are. You did?
At least there. You see, my references make sense, AJ. You're just too old.
Damn it. How old could it be, man? I can't even search right now. And what? All right.
I don't know what you're talking about, AJ. Your commercial references are all... No, I don't know what you're talking about. What shaver?
It was called the Bic, man. He loved it so much that he bought the company. Yeah, check it out on Google, man. You'll see the video. It's maybe early 90s, maybe late 80s. It was the time when O.J. Simpson was actually acting. It was around that time. Not murdering people, but it was around that time.
I don't know what you're talking. Oh, I like the shaver so much I bought the company. This is Remington.
Exactly.
Remington.
Same thing, man.
Not Bic.
There you go.
Victor.
Close enough. It's a shaver.
Not the same thing.
Victor Kayam was the guy's name.
There you go. I knew I was.
He was the TV spokesman for Remington Products, and he was the owner of the New England Patriots from 1988 to 1991. Victor Kayam is the guy's name, and it was not Bic. It was Remington. And
I said Remington, I think.
This commercial was when?
It's got to be late 80s, early 90s, man.
No. I think it's late 70s, early 80s type of thing.
What? No, man.
I don't know. Okay? I don't know.
I thought I said Remington.
You're bringing up these weird... You said Bic. You kept saying Bic, and then
sure
what do you mean you're not sure about that? We could go... You said Bic a million times. 1979 was the ad, AJ. That's why I have no recollection of it, because it was out. Fred was 2 and I was -6. Okay, I was only going to be born in 6 years, so we weren't looking for razors. This commercial was in 1979, and that's what you're referencing. A Remington shaver ad from 1979. How old are you, man? What is going on? You said late 80s, early 90s, and you said Bic. It was Remington, 80s, and it was 79. Wrong company, wrong decade.
but at least I was close. Kind of like my Tukahov fight. I was close. He got robbed.
I mean, he
but that's
kind of
okay.
was close. I'll give him that.
Like a close shave with Manscaped.
He just
you
gave
don't
us
get any
10
closer
minutes
than that.
of airtime that, was kind of funny because AJ doesn't know what he talks
We needed
about.
to kill some. No. I was right. I was talking about like some shaver. I thought I said Remington, to be honest. You gotta go back on the. We'll have to
lying,
review
man.
this. Come on.
Not surprised, AJ. I'm not surprised. You got a lot of that wrong.
What I'm not gonna get wrong
Right,
is
so here, me and Dave
Eubanks to
have,
win this by submission.
No, me and Dave, we have Caitlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Vieira, and you both got it for decision on this one. I went with the submission. I better come out, man. I better come out.
There you
Mind you, I
are.
want that tracksuit, so.
Ketlin Vieira is the pick for me and Freddie. And AJ's got Sajara Eubanks. Freddie and I have her by decision. AJ going with Eubanks by submission. Those are our official picks on the Ringside Report. Instagram, go to @Ringside Report on Instagram.
Listen, man, if anybody can play the jiu-jitsu game on this fight better than the two, it's Eubanks, man. This girl, man, she's an IBJJF champion. She went to Abu Dhabi. She's like a top-level grappler, man, and this is what it's going to come down to. Vieira hasn't looked good in her last fight. Eubanks, what did she do? She won her last two. So when you look at it overall, technically, she should win by submission.
Yeah, we'll see, AJ.
But I want that
You're just a
tracksuit.
big fan.
Listen.
What tracksuit? You're not getting a tracksuit. I'm getting tracksuits for
Why
me and
not?
my son. I'm getting a tracksuit for you if I win my bet.
Freddie.
No.
are
You
you
bet
talking
against
about?
me. You bet against me. You pay the
What kind of-
price. Freddie might get a
What kind of
tracksuit.
cheap?
Well, no,
what kind of
Freddie's
cheap
going with
boss are
Costa
you,
in the
man?
main event.
Of course
see.
he's going with Costa. He knows better.
Costa's going to win. Juiced up Ricky Martin.
True. Did you hear that? That was pretty insulting.
What happened?
You start calling him Ricky Martin.
I just said he looks like a juiced up Ricky Martin.
He kind of does, Paulo Costa. It's not a bad look, though.
He looks like-
I thought he looked like a Brazilian Superman. I was giving him a little bit more credit because he's super jacked, and he kind of looks like Superman if he was, from Brazil. He's got the same haircut as Superman,
Listen, man, he kind of looks like Vito Belfort in the early days.
Super Brazilian man.
Vito Belfort. Why do you always call him Vito Belfort? You try to make him Italian. It's Vitor. You don't give him the
You've already
R.
mentioned this before.
Yeah, I don't know why you do that, Vito Belfort. You just don't want to pronounce anybody's
All right.
name correctly.
Listen, I just saw a pop-up. Game 5, man. Stanley Cup.
What about it? It's
Nobody
over?
cares.
It's going to overtime.
Who cares?
2-2, man.
Who cares about
Inter
hockey?
my
Nobody watches hockey. Everybody's watching the
what,
UFC
Dave?
pay-per-view right now, or they're watching us, or they're watching both, man. Nobody watches hockey. It's like it's
My little
October.
intern is watching hockey right now. That's
I don't
why
understand. I don't understand why
Like,
hockey
seriously,
is
I don't
even
understand
happening.
either. It doesn't make sense, man. They're going to end the season to restart the new season. Doesn't make sense. You hold the Stanley Cup for maybe 3 weeks.
Is that what it is?
Man, yeah, because they're going into the new season, right? It starts in October.
It does?
Yeah.
That's weird. So it's just like
It's the
constant
weirdest
hockey.
thing, man.
But is it official? Because I know the NBA is talking about starting their next season in January. And always keeping that same schedule, which would make sense for the NBA. There's nothing happening in the summer, so, compete with baseball.
Yeah. Man, next year is going to be crazy. We've got the Euro Cup that's supposed to be taking place as well because it got canceled this year. I mean, it's going to be like the Formula One got canceled, obviously. In Montreal.
Are they doing Olympics next year?
They're supposed to, so we'll see what happens. And I'm trying to figure out when the World is it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't
World
think
Cup is in 2022.
I don't think anything's gonna happen. I think Nothing's going to happen still next summer. I think we're still going to be in this by next summer.
Listen, Mr. Pessimistic.
This isn't going to end
like
ever.
Dave. Listen, man, I want to get in studio. I can't handle this shit with this remote stuff and my headphones not working and all the rest of the stuff. I can't handle it.
I don't think you're going to be in studio anytime soon. I don't think anything is going to be back to normal for months, years maybe. It's going to take a while.
You think so?
Look how long it's been, man. When this started, did you think it would be this long? When this started in end of February, did you think in October, end of September, early October, this would still be going on? I didn't, but man, now that it's been going on this long, it's like, yo, there's no end in sight. There's no end. There's no end. It's getting worse in some places. It got better here, and now it's getting worse again. There's no end. This isn't stopping. No, we're not doing a good enough job to stop it. It's just not. It's not going away.
It's because you know what? They didn't organize it the way they should have. I mean, it was just like stay in for 3 months and then we start opening up again in mass quantities.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was no testing done. There was you had to go get tested. I mean, it doesn't make sense. How do you control something when it's just people don't know what to do? And then you're told you got to get back to work and kids back to school in mass and you're allowed. It was too many complications. Where they should have been doing is testing everybody by zone. Everybody in the city, 3 million people should have been tested, and whoever has it, then you quarantine those people. Simple as that. Instead of closing the economy, everybody is lost their jobs, no money.
Wow.
Thank God for the UFC,
Fred.
the only sport that had us going.
Hey, Fred. AJ wants the government to force medical procedures on you. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm not saying anal probe, Dave. I'm just saying a thing up your nose.
A nasal probe.
I started laughing when he said they should do 3 million tests. They struggle to do 30,000, man.
Exactly.
How the fuck you want them to do 3 million?
Yeah, but
tests,
they close
man?
a whole economy.
Come on, man.
Close a whole economy. Come
and
on, man.
even if they
close
could,
that's
everything.
awful.
even if they could, you couldn't mandate that. You couldn't be like, we are testing everyone. That wouldn't stand. This fight just started.
But
Ketlin
what are you talking about?
Vieira.
They closed the whole.
Ketlin Vieira, Sajara Eubanks are in the first round. I'm at 4 minutes, 47, 46, 44, 45, 40. Wait, man, I can't even do math backwards. 4 minutes, 39, 38, 37, 36.
We're
First
pretty
round.
synced up, me and you.
Nice. AJ, of course, you're still in the Tukagov fight.
Did he win or lose, man? What happened?
Oh, he lost, AJ. He lost. I don't know if you remember, but you thought that there was no way he would lose a decision, and then he lost a split decision. Stop booing me.
I gotta get one more of these things, man. Something that says what?
Unbelievable. So you gave a shout. Who did you shout out before? Somebody in Spain? I don't know why you did that, but
Yeah,
shout
my
out
buddy Marty.
Is he watching
Marty,
this right
man,
now? Okay.
Of course he's watching it.
Shout out to Marty.
El Surf Cantina, man. If we ever go to Spain, we're going there. Right. I'm going to tell you something about Marty. Marty, super smart guy, but man, this guy can party. If anybody
Marty can party.
deserves a bar in Spain, Marty can party. That's a good one. He should make a drink after that, the Marty party drink.
All right.
In Vineros, Spain. Fred, you know where that is.
I'm too old.
Why not?
Where?
What are you talking about? Look at you. You look like a ray of sunshine there. Come on, Freddie. You know that. I could see you going to after hour parties. Look at you.
Sounds
You're
terrible.
young, man.
I don't want to do that at all. That sounds awful.
What? I'm sure
No.
you did. I could see you
No.
doing it, Dave.
No, I never did that. I never did that. I was never a big party guy, you know? I don't drink.
After hours.
I don't drink. I don't do drugs, you know? I don't party.
Only banana bread.
Hey, don't worry about it. But I don't I'm pretty much straight.
Marijuana is not a drug.
I'm pretty much straight edge, except a little greenery here and there. It's never hurt nobody, but sometimes it does. But what are you gonna do?
Listen, no one's straighter than Johnny
that.
North. I'll tell you that.
What? I'm not as straight as Johnny North. That's true. Johnny North is the straightest
Johnny
man.
North is straight.
Hey, look at these crazy
You know what?
chips I got. Look at this, AJ. I got wrap snacks. Wrap snacks.
hell is
You
that?
ever seen this? Look,
Wait, don't tell him who it is.
yeah, who's this?
Who is that? King Kong Bundy?
Oh my God.
Who's that?
You don't
Is
know
that
who
like
that is?
Arnold from like Different Strokes?
Seriously, don't know who that is?
I can't see. Well, it looks like Arnold from Different Strokes. You remember that guy? Do you know that show, Dave?
No.
Fred, tell me you know that show. What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Willis.
Yeah, what you talking about,
AJ, your
Willis?
references are so old-timey. It's great. So Different Strokes, like when did that stop being on the air? Let's check that and see. And then we'll see how
Did it make
old.
it to the 90s?
1980. I say 88. I say 88 it stopped. 88,
I'm not
89.
sure it made it to the 90s.
Aired from November 78 to May 85. And on
Ooh, it was
ABC,
close, man.
on NBC, and then it got picked up by ABC for another year from September 85 to March 86. So it was on for a bit when I was born, but it ended its NBC run before I was born. So, yeah, that's the year I was born. I was born in 85, so I don't really know about that show, AJ.
You don't know Arnold,
Like,
man? Everybody knows Arnold. Come on,
Arnold
Dave.
Schwarzenegger? Hey,
No,
Arnold?
Little Arnold.
Hey, Arnold.
You know what the listen.
head
You know what
shaped like a
happened to this
football.
guy?
Hey, Arnold,
You
the
know what happened to this poor guy?
football-shaped head kid on Nickelodeon. Hey, Arnold? Is that what we're talking about?
No.
See,
no.
AJ, our
In fact, I
references
think
are totally different. You know, your references are Different Strokes, and my references are like,
for different folks.
Hey, Arnold. You know, I'm sure that there are people out there that are like, oh, yeah, Hey, Arnold. I remember that. And then other people are like, oh, yeah, Different Strokes. I remember my grandfather used to watch that.
Listen, first of all, just to let you know, Arnold was the first TV star that took $1 million. And I'm going to tell you something. This guy was like from superstar
Sounds
to
like
working as a
another AJ
security
fact.
guard. Remember, he was working as a security guard at one point, man. The poor guy is dead. Rest in peace, man. You know?
People on the
But,
chat,
you know, he's-
people on the chat cannot believe that you don't know who's on the chips, AJ. People don't understand. These are rap snacks, which is like a big new thing going on, and you could even read who's on the chips. You see?
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Everybody thinks I can see so clearly. Like,
Yeah.
maybe you see it clearly on your end. I see everything blurry on my end. I see something. I'll tell you what it says. Oh, it's B-I-G, man. Sweaty balls and sweaty ass. B-I-G.
What?
Nice chips.
Notorious B.I.G. rap snacks. This is a barbecue
flavor,
cookout. Cookout barbecue sauce, potato chips, Biggie Baby on the cover. And they have like Cardi B chips that I saw. I was at this store where they had
Where do you
like
get
these
this shit, man?
crazy snacks, man. Crazy snacks. I got it at a place, and I'm not going to give them the plug because
Why not? That's not cool. You should give plugs to everybody.
why?
Because you're famous and people should get recognized for your taste in, like, sweaty ball chips.
I got them at this place called Snacktown.
Where
It's
is
a-
that, Dave? I don't even know
in
that
Montreal.
exists in
Well,
Montreal.
I'm not gonna give them a whole. Well, it's. I'll tell you where it is later. It's in. It's near me. It's not far from where I live. Snacktown.
So you're telling... So they make, like, these specialty chips? Is that it?
It's near. Joliet Car Metro Station. If you really want to know, it's near Joliet Car Metro Station. It's around there.
So do they... So they...
It's
do
a
they
place
have, like,
called
cool chips?
Snacktown West. If you're looking for it, they have like. Yeah, they have rap snacks.
Bon Jovi chips?
No, not like that. It's rap snacks.
Rap snacks?
Yeah,
Like
they
Beastie
have.
Boys, at least?
No, it's Biggie. I saw only Biggie and Cardi B chips. They had some other stuff too. They had they have a lot of cool drinks. Drinks from different places. I've had some of the stuff before on the watch-alongs. They have like soda
Sounds like
soda
fun.
from Japan and China and Russia and different places like that. It's cool, cherry Coke you can get, which you can't always get here in Canada, but they always have cherry Coke at this place, which is really good. I love cherry Coke. I mostly go there for the cherry Coke and the grape Fanta. Grape Fanta is goddamn good. It tastes like a grape popsicle. It's really good. Like a fizzy grape popsicle. It's crazy. Super tasty. So yeah, Snacktown, man. I'm going to try some of these like chocolate-covered Oreos I got from there too. I got those yesterday. I'm going to try them tomorrow on
Chocolate covered Oreos.
Yeah, it's like Oreos.
Aren't Oreos already chocolate, man?
Yeah, well, they're chocolate, but like the Oreos are like dipped in chocolate, you know? It's like, yeah, crazy. It seems like a lot, but I'll have one or two and see what's up. Taste them. I'm doing another watch along tomorrow, and I'll eat those tomorrow. Because I'm doing Clash of Champions tomorrow night, WWE Clash of Champions here on the channels. Tomorrow night with Johnny North and my brother. 7 p.m. Eastern Time is going to be the start time for that one. The Clash of Champions. Roman Reigns against Jey Uso. The match I'm looking forward to, though, is the Triple Threat Ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Triple Threat Ladder match. Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, and Sami Zayn for the IC title in the ladder match. Like, come on, Fred. You know that's good. That's good, man. AJ, Jeff Hardy, and Sami. If you're going to watch one match at Clash of Champions, that's the one to watch, right? By God.
Hey, listen, did you get my text there from Antoinette that's going to be live? She's going to be one of the virtual audience?
Yo, they just stood them up.
Is it for tomorrow's fight?
No, it's Monday Night Raw. I think she's going to be in the Thunderdome. Ketlin Vieira had Sajara Eubanks down. She was in her guard, but she wasn't doing much work. And the referee stood them up, which is not something you see every day, but okay. I guess the referee didn't think there was enough action. I think Vieira's winning this fight, though. I think she won the first round. She won in the second round here. Had a lot of ground control. 2 minutes left here in the second. What do you think, Fred? How you seeing this fight so far?
Yeah, I got Vieira winning both rounds. She's just a better fighter. I mean, she's more fluid. She connects more. I think she won both rounds.
Yeah.
She has such a long reach, you know? I mean,
Nicholas Dupree is on the chat. He says that the chips are good. I guess he's had them before. I think you can order them online, he's saying. Notorious B.I.G. chips, brother. How crazy is that? I never see this before. I was like, yo, I've heard of this Rap Snacks. Biggie chips. Yeah.
I hope the money goes to his family at least.
Yeah.
Who owns like his likeness?
I think it's his mother or his daughter. I think he's got a couple of kids that are walking around. He's got a son, too, doesn't he, somewhere? Doesn't his son look like him?
Not sure.
So far, we're looking pretty good here, Fred. AJ's looking pretty terrible on his picks, but we're looking good. We both took Ketlin Vieira by decision. We both had Hakeem Dawodu by decision. Vieira looks like she's on her way, cruising towards a decision. Almost done the second round here. It seems like she's taking the second round. Ooh, nice. Nice right hand there by Vieira. Stumbled Eubanks.
Sucks, man. I didn't polish my crystal ball enough, I think. Because it's not working.
Polish those crystal balls with Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com. Use that promo code Ringside20. 20% off your order and free shipping. Polish your crystal balls, all right?
Polishing.
Get it together.
Hashtag. Save your balls.
Hashtag? You just like saying hashtag. That's just one of your catchphrases.
Why not, man?
Hashtag.
Isn't that cool?
Nah.
Hashtag Ringside Report.
Ooh, Vieira again with some good punches, a left and a right. Connects as they end round two. That was all Vieira. Ketlin Vieira, another victorious round in the books. I've got her up 2018 after two. Eubanks doesn't have an answer for her standing up, doesn't have an answer for her on the ground. Ketlin Vieira came into this fight as a minus 190 favorite. Seems like odds makers had it.
Round submission, man, and AJ wins it.
Right, you had Eubanks by submission. Freddie and I had Vieira by decision.
Yep, it looks like you guys are doing a little bit better.
As always.
No. Last week, just let me remind you. It was
As
AJ
always.
It was AJ that took it. Last week was AJ, man. You know that, and I know that.
Should I buy this Daniel Cormier?
And Freddie knows that.
Should I buy this Daniel Cormier action figure?
No. You got one of those too? I saw the John Jones one.
I don't know. I'm looking at one.
Comes in a little bag.
I got my John Jones one over here. John Jones.
There's a little bag.
Look at that
There's
guy.
The bag.
There's a DC one too that I'm thinking about getting.
Now DC, that we're talking true champion.
Then I can make them
Two-division
fight
true
each
champion.
other. And I get them on the show and I have them fight, That'll be fun.
Yeah, why don't
Hey,
they test them after the fight
Hey, Pussy, you still there?
for a little picogram?
What?
Does it come with a little tester?
Yeah, it comes with a bag of Coke and some whiskey and some condoms, It's the full John Jones.
Vehicle,
Yeah. It's the full package.
the little wallet that's missing,
Some
Fake
guns. Yeah. Bills. Like
fake bills,
fake
Dick
bills?
pills.
pregnant woman in an accident.
Oh, dick pills. Yeah. Fake bills.
How about
He never
How
had.
about
He
a
never
gun
had fake.
and a
He never had counterfeit money, did he? Although, like, you threw. I thought you said fake bills, and I was like, did he have counterfeit money? Was that one of the things that he had? And I don't think that it was. But if you said that it was, I'd probably believe you at this point, right?
It's very possible, man.
Well,
Ask
hash
the twins
pipe.
in Russia. Listen, what about like the gun and like the homeless guy? Like you should have that action figure as well too.
Yeah, the John Jones DUI playset. It comes with a smashed up truck, some guns, some beer, and 2 homeless guy accessories. The party with John Jones.
No, that's a party, man.
That's an action figure playset.
If anybody partied with John Jones, it was the twins, and we can't show because we might get sued. But
Oh,
They
Eubanks
know.
getting nailed. Yeah,
man,
all right.
she have a good kick.
And all
Vera
these
has
fights are going
such
to
a good
decision tonight.
You think so, Fred? Fred is fading
Freddie
already.
called that.
It's like 11:10
Freddie-
Eastern time. Freddie didn't have coffee before, and he
He's
is
drinking
getting
Captain
tired.
Coffee,
Coffee
man.
no more.
Oh yeah, he doesn't drink coffee anymore. That's too bad, Fred. You really needed to stay up for these boring ass fights before we get to the main event. Because, come on, this card here, it's not that great until we get to the title fights. And these fights go into decision. It's kind of like, come on, let's get it over with. Let's move things along here.
Come on, you got like a couple of minutes to submit her. Let's go, Eubanks. Come on, Jay, lose. I'm looking bad in front of these two guys. I'm looking bad for like bet 99.
Yeah, it's okay. Freddie and I are looking good. So as long as part of the Ringside Report team is correct, AJ, that's all that really matters. And no one expects you to be right, People expect Fred and I to be right, But everybody, they don't look to you for like the picks or the analysis. They look to you because you're so funny. You're such a great personality. Freddie and I are the legitimate, serious analysts on the show. You're just like funny, AJ. Martial arts. You might be the toughest guy on the show, but as far as like breaking it down and fight picks, Freddie and I, we're the leaders, right?
Listen, man, let's not forget last week.
That makes
I
you
almost
so
had a perfect
mad.
parlay, and I got robbed. Last week, I made some people like pretty wealthy. But if it was that perfect parlay, it would have been like
AJ, we
draw
all
killed
picked.
it.
We picked the same fights. Freddie and I were also right.
No.
Yeah. We all took Kobe to win. We all picked everything correctly on that last week.
I know, but if it wasn't for that eye poke and the lost point, Nico Price would have been the winner, and AJ would have been right. Straight through.
So you are saying that last week, even though 4 out of the 5 fights we picked the same, and we were right on all of those fights, that the one fight that we picked differently that went to a draw, that's the one that you're mad about because you picked Nico Price,
because Nico lost a point.
Okay, we took Donald Cerrone. It went to a draw. And you're mad because Nico Price should have won, so you would have been right on the only fight that you picked differently than Fred and I? That's your sticking point? That's your, like, AJ's always right? Yeah, but so what? 5 out of 5. Freddie and I got 4 out of 5, and you got 4 out of 5, so what are you talking about? You're acting like you know so much more than Freddie and I. When
you thought Nico Price was going to win.
We had the same record last week. You're like, no, AJ was right on everything last week, except you were just as right as Fred and I were right. And tonight, you're 0-2.
Tonight I got to make you guys feel good, to feel like, you could beat me every once in a while. And tonight might be that night. Except for the Costa thing. So me and Freddie are going with Costa and you went with Israel. Which, here goes, could it be a submission?
No.
Oh, no.
Because the fight's over.
No.
It's going to
Is it
decision.
already? Damn it.
Don't
Damn
worry.
it.
If it were a submission, we would have said something.
Yeah.
Well,
the fight is over.
I'm gonna hand it to you guys. Right now, you might be 2-2. Wow. Okay.
Eubanks thinks
No,
she's
we're
won the
2-0.
fight. Eubanks put her hands up in the air after the fight like she won, you know? I think she thinks
Put
she
it
may have
down.
had a decision, but I don't think so.
I
I,
don't know
think
what fight she
Vieira
was at.
won. Yeah.
Even AJ is saying that you lost. That's not a good sign.
Yeah, when AJ says it, it's not a good sign. I don't know why, but it's probably not a good sign.
Hey, where's your brother, by the way, man? You should have your brother in on this watch along.
Well, I'm giving
Where's
him
the
a
famous John Simon?
I'm giving him
Ben Simon.
Oh my god. You asked me a question, you don't let me answer it. I'm giving him the
Well,
night
give
off
me a chance to finish it.
because he's on tomorrow for Clash of Champions.
Oh. But he could have been in on it tonight. Dave, come on, man.
No, I want no because you talk over everybody. So what's the point of having another person here for you to talk over?
Who am I
You know?
talking over?
You know, me and Fred.
Oh, yeah. Well, talk over you, it's impossible. You have master control there. You cut me off most of the time.
As I should.
Hey, what's the questions? What's happening on the chat?
Ketlin Vieira just won a decision. That's what happened. Unanimous decision. So let's go back. Let's go back to the graphic. Let's go back to the victorious graphic, Fred, where we're 2-0 and AJ's 0-2 because AJ always talks about how he's right all the time, and it's really nice to rub things right in his face as they're happening. So there you go. Dave and Fred taking Ketlin Vieira by decision. That comes through. A decision victory for Vieira here tonight. AJ going with Sajara Eubanks. She loses. AJ's wrong again. AJ took Tukugov in the first fight. AJ was wrong. Tukugov lost. Dawodu won by decision. Freddie and I both correct on that one. Freddie and I 2-0 so far, not only on the winner, but the method of victory as well, which is pretty good. Like, not only are we picking who is going to win, we are telling you how they're going to win, and we're right. It doesn't happen every day that we're right on everything, but now the next one is where it gets a little more interesting. Freddie, what?
You got your first two on your parlay, that means?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
both of you guys, man. Your parlay is like bringing the money, man.
Yeah, I have a parlay here, but I'm 2 for 5 so far. You know, I need 3 more to win, and this next one is actually the biggest long shot of my entire parlay. It's Brandon Royval by submission over Kai Kara France. I've got Royval by submission here. He is riding a 3-fight submission win streak, looking pretty good. Kara France coming in as a pretty heavy favorite in this fight. Freddie and AJ both picking Kara France to win by decision. I went the other way with Royval by submission. If that happens here, guys, I'm going to be really pumped because then I'll be 2 fights away from like 665
big
bucks.
salad.
665
Listen,
bucks. I'll do something with that.
But if Freddie wins on the next fight and he goes all the way to the end and gets Costa as well, then Freddie's going to be the big winner tonight, and our Ringside Report followers are making money. Who do you want to see, Dave make money or our followers make money?
Dave.
Just a thought.
No, Dave. Definitely Dave. I definitely want to see Dave make money. You know? I mean, our people that watch us can make money. That doesn't really change my life unless they want to give me some of the money, which would be nice, you know, support the sponsors and all, but me just making money off gambling seems to be the best way to make money tonight.
You're not making money with AJ tonight. No money tonight.
I mean, I definitely won't make 665 bucks off this show that we're doing here tonight. So, it would be nice to win some of that money. Well, I mean, you know, maybe, you know, we got money. You know, we're making a little bit of scratch here from this show, but not 665 bucks off one show. If we were making 665 bucks per show, we could all quit our day jobs. You know what I mean?
Well, it's gonna happen at some point. But look at Rogan, man. Only making $300 million a year. Not bad for what was his show way back in the days there?
News radio.
No. The one that the
Fear
reality
Factor.
show there, Fear Factor.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, News Radio's older than Fear Factor,
that's right.
but AJ doesn't know. He has no clue.
AJ. No, AJ doesn't know.
I used to have this job a long time ago, and I would spend my days listening to Yahoo Music back in the days. It was a service of free music, and they would play this old Joe Rogan comedy album, Someday I'm Gonna Be Dead. It was so hilarious that I would crack up while working and listening to that. I would always hope, like, because it was random, you couldn't select what you would listen to. So once in a while, it would be on Joe Rogan, and I'd be like, "Who is this guy? He's hilarious." And then at some point, I put one and one together. I go, "Oh, he's the guy from News Radio. Oh, he's the guy from Fear Factor. He's the UFC guy." But someday you're gonna be
He's
dead.
awesome.
You should listen to that.
Yeah, I've been aware of Joe Rogan for so long. It's weird to see what he's become. Like I remember I watched News Radio and I knew him as the guy on News Radio, and then he kind of disappeared for a while, and then he reemerged as this UFC podcast icon. It's kind of crazy. And I remember when the Joe Rogan show was just like a few guys on a couch and they were talking about it, and it was mostly like MMA fans that were kind of into the Joe Rogan show because he did a lot of MMA stuff, and it wasn't like what it is now where it's kind of a mainstream big time talk show. It's kind of nuts to see like where Joe Rogan has gone in, the past 10, 15 years. It's kind of nuts. Like
I met Joe.
it's really it's pretty amazing, man. It's cool.
I met him. Did you ever see this guy live, stand up? I've seen him live.
No.
And let me tell you, I've seen so many comedians, and this guy, man, you seen him live, Freddie?
Yeah, twice. Didn't we see him
Yeah,
together, Dave, at Metropolis?
No.
No, I saw him at.
I don't think so.
With comedy.
Was I there? No, I don't think I was there. Was I there? Did I just forget? What happened that
I
night?
think I saw it with you, man.
I don't think
It was
so.
a Comedy Works. I think it was a Comedy Works.
I don't think I've never seen Joe Rogan live. I've never seen Joe Rogan live. I've seen Bill
He's amazing,
Cosby.
man. One of the best.
I've seen.
You saw
I'm
Bill
telling
Cosby?
you, yo.
Did he
Let me
feature
give you.
any,
Let me give you a list of the comedians
pills?
that I've seen. Okay, I've seen some big time comedians perform. I've seen.
Whoa, before you say anything, you haven't lost a tooth at a comedy show, unlike me. So go ahead.
No, you saw Kevin Hart, right? And you lost a tooth. I've also seen Kevin Hart. Okay, I've seen Kevin Hart. I've seen Bill Cosby. I've seen Robin Williams, Jerry Seinfeld, the whole cast of The Simpsons doing a live reading of The Simpsons. I've seen a lot of like big time comedians. I saw Patrice O'Neal before he died. I've seen I don't know, a lot, man. A lot, all right? But you know what? I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. Of all the great shows that I've seen, like Robin Williams was really funny. I've seen a lot of great comedy shows. Louis C.K. many times when he was still, acceptable. Aziz Ansari when he was still acceptable. I saw Norm Macdonald. That may have been the greatest comedy show I've ever seen. The Norm Macdonald show was probably the greatest. But a close second, I would have to say, unfortunately, Bill Cosby. God damn, that guy was funny. He told some great stories. My God, that was a good comedy show. Like, I've seen a lot of really good comedy shows, but I had great seats for Cosby, and he just sat there on a chair, and he just went off, and it was fucking hilarious. But unfortunately, the man is
was
terrible.
funny, man.
Terrible man. But fuck, he was funny, man. Like, I've seen a lot of great comedians, but I gotta say, Cosby was up there. He was up there, like, as far as my favorite performance.
He's one of the greatest comedians, man.
God damn.
Listen,
imagine being in jail with him, man. You go to jail with him. Hey, Bill, tell me some jokes. And then he has to, because you're scary and he's old, and then you're super entertained. I've heard Cosby's like very popular in jail, and why wouldn't he be? If I was doing time and I had Bill Cosby there in jail with me and he was willing to perform because I would, put him in an omoplata if he didn't, like, tremendous. I would love that. I would love to see him perform or put him in an omoplata. Either way, you know. I'd turn it into a gogoplata because what's he going to do? I could definitely hit a gogoplata on Cosby. He has no defense.
Heel hook, for sure. He can't walk, the poor guy. Listen, I was going to say, you know who I saw once at his 98th birthday?
No.
I bet you for sure you know who this guy is.
George Burns.
Legend of comedy, man. Yes, sir, man. I can't believe you got
How
that
did
day.
I know?
Wow.
How did I know?
I don't know, man.
Bum, bum,
I have
bum,
no
bum.
idea, but he was amazing. I saw him, man, and he was incredible. And I think he lived to about 100 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, he was pretty old. I remember when I was a kid, he was just like an old guy, and that was his whole gimmick, was that he was old. You are very old, AJ. Like, you saw George Burns. Man. George Burns died when I was like 7. You know? When did George Burns die? George Burns. Old-ass comedian, died 1996. Okay, I was 11.
So there you go, man.
There you go.
You were like a young Dave Simon.
Yeah. Kai Kara France coming into the octagon here, getting ready. I've got my man Roy Val by submission. Freddie and AJ going with Kara France.
One of you two are like going ahead, man. And I have a feeling if Fred wins this, he's going to win the whole pot. Because I believe in the last
what
pick.
Pot? How come you guys make all your picks and everything, but I'm the only one who's actually putting money down on these fights? Like, Fred, you should put money down on your picks. You could actually win some. So far, you're 2-0 as well. Right?
I went to IGA just before this to get some snacks, and I almost took a bet, and I said, fuck it.
You should, man.
I was going to put Diego Sanchez in my bet, so good thing I didn't.
Well, that's not a wise move. Why would you bet on Diego Sanchez to win? You got to bet with your mind, not with your heart.
Still, like,
but he's fighting a young guy who's going to smash him. Like, Diego's not where he was. Come on. Well, okay, good thing you didn't. Good thing you didn't. Good thing you didn't, Fred. Good. Buffer's got a nice jacket
one thing with
tonight.
Sanchez, look, it's so hard to knock this guy out. Anything could have happened on that fight, you know what I'm saying? But the thing with Jake Matthews, I remember seeing him fight back with Team Australia when he first came out, and he was like something. And he looked awesome tonight. And I think that's his third consecutive victory. So, you know what? You got to give it to him.
You got to give it to him.
Gotta give it to him.
And, of course, you remember him fighting for Team Australia. He fought once, and he lost to Olivier Aubin.
Ollie!
Yeah, but like, how are you impressed by him there? Like, I do remember it, and I do remember being impressed, but how are you impressed, AJ? Because I'm sure that you don't remember.
Of course I remember. I was with, like, most of the team. There was Team Cote with Fabio as a coach and all that. I saw those guys, like, up close and personal, man. And then, you know what? It was he was young. I don't know how old is he now. Like, that was like, what, 6 years ago?
Yeah, he was super young. I remember Olivier had his back for a good chunk of that fight, and Matthews defended the rear naked choke, which was really impressive. Because I remember at the time, Olivier was like a killer, and I had seen him fight locally, and he was smashing everybody he walked into. So I was like, there's no stopping this guy. And then when Jake Matthews didn't get submitted, I was like, whoa, Jake Matthews is pretty good.
Well, he's a strong boy. That's what really helped him. It's just, it's unfortunate that Olivier is still not in the UFC. I mean, things didn't pan out as they should have. But
he's off somewhere else. He's gonna make money in the PFL.
Yeah. Is he in the PFL now?
If they ever have events again,
they will.
Okay.
Oh!
He's still hurting.
Oh! What?
Oh no, illegal.
Was my God! Illegal? Okay, so Kara France drops Roy Val. Roy Val's like on shaky legs, and then he spins with a spinning elbow, drops Kara France. Kara France lands in his guard, and now Roy Val is working an omoplata. If he's,
Jesus.
I was
Murphy.
just talking about doing omoplatas to Bill Cosby. If my man Royval pulls off the submission win with an omoplata, like something crazy's going on here, boys. Come on, Royval.
I'm gonna start eating your banana breads because man, that's crazy. You pull off this shit, you called the submission, man.
I did call
There's
this
no
submission. Royval is trying to work. He's working the arm. He's going for a submission. This is his game. It's crazy though because they both got dropped. Like Royval looked like he was about to get knocked out, and then Kara France got dropped with a serious elbow. Like that was a wild exchange. Royval's on top right now. He's got side control.
Jesus.
Looking to pass. Passes to mount. Oh, now back
Very
in
good jiu-jitsu going on
half.
now.
Yeah, solid stuff, man. This is what I want to see, though. I want to see Royval work a submission, get the submission. I think he's a superior grappler. This is where Royval needs to be. This is where he wants to be.
Yep. He can pull it off, man. There's still a lot of time.
This is a wild fight so far. Kara France looks like he's just trying to hold on right now. He's not really trying to escape. Royval's working, and Kara France is defending, but he's rolling now. Kara France has a hook in. Royval with the hook. Oh, he lost it. Trying to take the back. Oh, Kara France scrambles. Oh, gets back to his feet. Oh, boy. And they're back on their feet. Ooh. Ooh. Oh!
Some nice jiu-jitsu that went on there.
Yeah, that was some good grappling there. Oh! Man, these guys are swinging, though. They're not gun shy from getting dropped. Royval's going right after him. Whoa. Oh, elbow, knees. These guys are going. Jeez. This is a fight of the night so far.
Yeah, fight of the night bonus.
Yo, they have Wonderboy Thompson tweeting. I just saw. Oh, Royval drops him. And now he's working a guillotine. Oh, he lost it. Oh, going again. He's working on a guillotine. Oh, come on.
Does he?
He's got him in guard. He's working the guillotine. I don't know if he's got it, though. I don't think he's got it deep enough. No, he lost it. Now back in guard. Dang. I like that Royval's going for the submissions, though. You know, he's going for them everywhere. Everywhere.
Nice,
Goes for the leg lock. Well, Kara France gets out of it. But Royval's going for a submission at every turn. You know, he's going for a guillotine, and then he switched to arm bar, and then he switched to a leg lock. Like, he is flowing really nicely.
When he got knocked down, it just woke him up. Because since then, he's been pure offense. He reacted right away after being knocked down, and since then, he's on the offense.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a lot taller.
Exchange.
I was kind of surprised Kara France was such a big favorite in this fight. Because Royval's done pretty well, and Kara France is all right, but... Oh, man, these guys are swinging.
Oh, nice little counter there still.
Damn. Kara France came in minus 200. Brandon Royval plus 160.
Jeez, he got peppered with combinations, kicks, knees.
These guys are both throwing and taking some big shots. Damn, that was a good first round. Damn. I think Royval won, but oof.
Yeah.
Good first round.
It's
that
not
was fun.
looking good, man. It's not looking good, Fred.
I mean, it's always looking good, man. Who cares about being right or wrong?
It's not looking good for Kara France, I'll tell you that much.
Well, he lost the first round, but it was an incredible first round, man.
Yeah. He lost the first round, but he also dropped Royval in the first round and landed some good strikes. Like, you know, Kara France could knock out Brandon Royval here in the second round. Brandon Royval could submit Kara France. Like, yeah, he lost the first round, but I don't think he's out of this fight at all. Yo, so I just saw Wonderboy Thompson. Wonderboy Thompson tweeted, I saw that Wonder Boy is going to be fighting Khamzat December 19th.
What?
In Vegas, according to Globo in Brazil. Khamzat is going to fight Wonder Boy December 19th in Vegas. Unless they can't do the deal, Leon Edwards is going to go instead. Like the UFC's looking to do Khamzat and Wonder Boy, and if they can't get that done, they're going to try and do Khamzat Leon Edwards. So Khamzat's going to get a major test December 19th in a main event in Vegas, which is awesome. We will have to wait a little while for Khamzat, but not that long.
Second round is also action-packed right now.
Yeah, Royval's going after him.
They're both swinging.
Royval looks really tall.
He has a nice advantage. Yeah, exactly.
Like for a flyweight, he's very tall. Kara France picked him up. Oh, that's deep. That's a guillotine, baby.
That's deep.
That's a good guillotine.
No, I think he might be out.
He tapped. He tapped.
He tapped.
What?
Oh.
Fuck yeah, baby. Brandon Royval submission. What's up, boys?
Wow.
Woo!
Dave, you're looking like a genius tonight. There's no damn way you... Damn it, Dave.
Tapped.
Dave Simon, man. Dave Simon. I'm going to start calling you Dave Jojo Savard Simon, man.
Call me...
What the fuck?
Call me... Who's that guy that predicts the stuff? That guy? Mucho amor? Mwah. You know that guy. I'm like that guy. What the hell is that guy?
I'm impressed.
Mucho.
Man, dude, you've got like the parlay going with a manner of win. You're 3-0, man. That's ridiculous. Just there, you could make some good money. With the submission, man, you would have made some good money.
I'm the Walter Mercado of MMA, baby. Okay?
Jesus,
mucho. Amor. Yeah.
I'm looking more like the Sage Northcutt of my picks tonight, man.
That's me.
Shit.
The Walter Mercado of MMA. That's me, baby.
Is that a guy or a girl?
That's a guy. Mucho.
No, that's not a guy. Come on.
Yo, watch a documentary on Netflix. That. Mucho.
That's
amor.
a guy?
Yeah.
No freaking way, man.
Bro, be cool.
Dude, I'm
Believe
trying
me,
to be
the guy is cool. The guy is cool. That's me. I'm Walter Mercado of MMA. I give mucho amor to all my friends.
Can't believe this, man. You pulled it off, man. You pulled it off with the submit. Freddie, am I right, man? Like I'm not being I'm actually serious on this one. That doesn't look like a man to me, man.
What? Oh, okay. I didn't know.
You, AJ.
I didn't know you were saying you were with him on that. I thought you were with him because you picked Kara France to win. Well, you guys are wrong on both fronts. Okay, wrong on both. Wrong. Dave is the voice
Dave,
of reason.
You're looking like Dave. You know what the worst part is that I think you're gonna hit the next one, but your last card. If you would have went with Costa, you would have made some good money tonight.
Oh my God!
Think about it. He's the underdog.
If I make $665.65 tonight, guys, I'm gonna be very fucking excited. More excited than I was after Royval pulled off that submission.
Listen, if people went with your pick tonight, you're gonna make money. They're gonna make money, man. Tonight is gonna be all money except for me and Freddie.
3-0.
I'm out, man. I'm like I said, the Sage Northcutt of picks tonight. I came in heavy and went out fast.
3-0. Patrick C. Hamilton dropping a super chat, giving me the old fist bump. Thank you, Patrick, my main man out in Regina. Boom, boom. We're doing it big. We're 3-0 on our picks. Team Dave Simon, 3-0. Not only giving you winners, giving you method of victory as well. How do you like the apples, baby? Method of victory. Whew.
That is impressive.
I gave you Hakeem, the Canadian Dream, by decision. Boom. I gave you Ketlin Vieira by decision. Boom. I gave you Brandon Royval by submission. Boom, boom, boom. Coming through. Stop booing me. Give me my props, AJ. Stop booing me. Stop booing me. Oh, shit.
That's not a booing, man. Booing is this. That's me tonight, man. Everybody's just going, AJ,
we're back. I just noticed we're back with interviews in the cage. What happened?
I don't know.
I guess it was like that all night, but this is the first fight I realized. Hey, they're doing interviews in the cage.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. They used to do them like a video screen a little bit far away, and now John Anik's jumping in the cage and talking to these guys. I don't know why. Maybe, I have no idea. Well, I guess John Anik is tested and the fighters are tested, so why do it at a distance? It doesn't really make sense.
True.
Right?
They're all getting tested, man. What a nice guillotine, too. I'm impressed. And it was a good fight, man. A lot of action.
I mean, that was a bad move by Kara France. Kara France screwed himself there. He shot in. Like, I've caught guys in guillotines many times doing that because people, you know, they shoot in too hard and they leave their neck exposed. Like, that was a bad shot by Kara France. He jumped in way too deep. He left his neck there. And it was a wrap. Like, come on, man. The guy's attempting 1 million submissions on you. You're going to shoot in for that sloppy-ass double leg? Of course you're going to get guillotined. I would have guillotined Kara France off that, too. Come on, man. I don't fight in the UFC, but that shit was weak. That was a shitty-ass takedown. I'm happy he did it, but goddamn, that's some bad grappling. And that's why I picked Royval by submission, because I see this guy. He's winning 3 submission fights in a row. 3 fights in a row he wins by submission. I was like, yo, this guy's probably got some skills. And I see Kara France, and I'm like, well, he's an Australian dude, and he's on Israel Adesanya's team, and they're not really known for their grappling. They're kind of stand-up guys, you know? Come on. That's what I saw.
I agree with everything you said, except the fact that you would have tapped him. Like, I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Yeah, maybe. No.
Yeah, but,
well, no, I'm saying if you shoot in really hard for a takedown like that on me, I might wrap the guillotine. Would I have wrapped it on Kara France with his neck strength and his other strength? Probably not, because he's probably, like, you know, very strong. But yeah, there's a possibility that I would have tapped him, Fred. There's a possibility.
Look, man, you know,
what?
I'm going to tell you something, Dave. Dave, the only
Fred,
thing,
I have a pretty good guillotine.
Dave,
you
listen,
know I have a good guillotine, Fred.
I'm just saying, I'm not tapping any UFC guy.
Nah. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. You never know.
Freddie.
Once, I
listen,
mean, they
I
would tap you 10 times and you would get them once, but you might get one. You know, you might get one every now and then. Unlikely, but it's
possible. You just
possible.
gotta believe. Listen, like Fabio says, believe in your technique, man. Believe in your technique.
Well, that's it. I mean,
and it's gonna happen.
You throw a guillotine choke on anybody, if it's deep, they're gonna tap. You know, it doesn't matter who it is.
Fuck! I can't believe I'm 0-3. Listen, and you know what kills me is this guy's training with like Israel. He's training with Dan Hooker, and you know what? You like they didn't teach you how to defend this shit.
Well, they're not known for their grappling, you know.
Royval was very deep right away. Man.
Yeah, Royval's very slick, man. He's very slick. He's got long arms, perfect for a guillotine choke. You know, he's got a good body for that, and he wrapped it up right away, like Fred said. It was super deep, very quick. What are you gonna do? How do you defend that?
And he tried to defend it. At some point, I was looking. I thought his head was coming out, but no, it was really deep.
Yeah.
And with the fatigue and everything, like, no, it's normal that he got tapped on that one. Very, very nice win for Royval. We'll remember.
Listen. He's the underdog, and he pulled it off. You know, your underdog came out, and that's what it's gonna be, man. It might be an underdog ending. If Dominic Rey loses, man, and Costa wins, the payout will be insane.
What payout?
So what, you got
what are you talking
Reyes
about?
By decision?
Me?
I had Reyes, let me see, I had Reyes by TKO. I had Reyes by TKO.
So do I.
And I think you had a decision, no, Fred?
Yeah, Fred has a decision.
I have decision. And Adesanya by what you chose? Decision?
I have Adesanya by decision.
That could happen, but you know what?
I'm 2 fights away from this. Like, the Royval win was big. That was big on my parlay. I'm 2 fights away from from something, but who knows? You know, I mean,
Listen,
you throw these out there, it's unlikely.
Listen, my only big victory would be that Hail Mary passes at the end. If like Costa wins by submission, I'm celebrating, man. Like it's like New Year's. Even if I lost every part of the card and I win big on the last one with a submission, I'm celebrating, dude. I'm gonna call this a clear-cut victory over you guys.
Really?
Yeah, man, big time.
You're gonna call this a clear-cut victory, even though you're 0-3 on the night?
Listen, if the main card and Costa wins by submission, who's never attempted a submission attempt in all his last 5 fights, and he pulls off a submission win. Listen, you know why I'm going with the submission is because the last week has been nothing but insult on jiu-jitsu. Nothing but in jiu-jitsu insult. And I'm telling you, Costa's mind is not to stand. He's going to take this guy down and submit him. I hope it does come out.
You guys
My crystal ball was a little bit...
What stats?
They were saying like the light
stats?
heavyweight title, basically John Jones held it for 1,500 days, and Cormier still had it for 1,300 days, man. That's a lot of... I didn't expect Cormier was champion that long, but yeah, with all the problems that John Jones has had, I guess Cormier held the title for quite a while overall.
Yeah, and a two division champion. Let's not forget as well. And you know what? He doesn't get enough respect in a sense, man. It's Daniel Cormier, greatest fighter in the UFC, man.
How is that even possible?
Well, he held it twice. Don't forget. Let's not forget he had twice the title.
DC?
Yeah.
Because then you had another stat at the bottom of John Jones at 596
John
days.
Jones
That's when he
held it
just
twice.
gave it back to him once Jones tested positive.
They gave it back to him after he lost to John Jones, but John Jones tested positive. He didn't, I don't know what you call that. They gave it back to him. They're like, you're still champion.
Is
But
Jones
I
in
don't
the
see
crowd
how is that possible? Like John Jones won the title in 2011 and held it until 2015. He held it for 4 years. And then he held it again when he came back. But then he held it again. Then he came back, beat Gustafsson for the vacant title. John actually won it 3 times because he lost it. And then because he lost it, he beat DC, but then he was stripped of the title for violating the UFC's code of conduct after the hit and run deal, right? So he's stripped of the title, and then he comes back like a year later, beats OSP for an interim title, then he gets stripped of the title again for the positive drug test, and then he comes back, fights DC for the light heavyweight title, wins initially by knockout, then is stripped of the title immediately for another positive drug test, then comes back in 2018, like a year and a half later, wins the title again, beats Gustafsson. It was a vacant title at the time because DC moved up to heavyweight. And then he defended the title for another, year and a bit. From December 2018, he was champion, to February 2020. Like, that's a long chunk of time that John Jones was champion. And I'm not sure how many times he's technically been the UFC light heavyweight champion. Twice? 3 times? 4 times? So he's champion once when he beats Shogun. Then he gets stripped of the title. And then he wins an interim title over OSP. Does that count? Because he was then stripped of that title. And then he wins the title by beating DC, but is then stripped of that title because it's called a no contest. So, does that count? Is that 3-time champion? And then when he comes back and beats Gustafsson for the vacant title, was he a 4-time champion? How many time champion are we counting for John Jones? I'm going to call him a 4-time champion, all right? 4-time world champion. No one's ever done that.
Just call him the greatest. Him the greatest.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, whatever happened with DC, as long as he was champion, between the time of March 19th, 2011, and what's today's date? September 26, 2020, John Jones has been by far clearly the number 1 light heavyweight fighter on the planet, whether the UFC recognizes him as their champion or not. John Jones has been the man.
He wasn't always active.
Yeah,
he wasn't always available.
So what?
From 2015
when DC
to
was
2018, DC was the champ.
Yeah, and John Jones would have beat him on every single time that they would have met in a cage, and you know that because they fought twice and John Jones whooped that ass. Yeah, okay, well,
picogram not involved. Come on, Dave, let's not forget about all that.
This is the only light heavyweight champion there is. This is the only one. Johnny Bones Jones. The man, the myth, the legend. And I don't care about these guys fighting for a light heavyweight title because this is a nonsense light heavyweight title. If it was the real light heavyweight title, they'd be main eventing this pay-per-view because the UFC only headlines pay-per-views when they have two title fights. They headline them with the heavier fight, except tonight because they know that these guys are jabronis that wouldn't sell a pay-per-view, and they've got Israel Adesanya and Paulo Costa, two legit UFC stars that can sell a goddamn pay-per-view. This is a farce of a light heavyweight championship fight. I mean, I got no problem with either guy, Blachowicz or Dominic Reyes. I think that they're fine fighters, but you could tell that the UFC doesn't think much of them because they've put them in the co-main event. And you guys know, just like I know, John Jones is the real light heavyweight champion. And, you know, I don't think anyone believes that Blachowicz or Dominic Reyes are better than John Jones. AJ does. AJ does. But AJ's always wrong, as he's demonstrated here on the show, going 0 for 3 tonight. AJ's always wrong. And, of course, I did pick John Jones to win by decision that night, and I cashed in. I made some money on that occasion. And AJ was all mad. AJ was mad.
Yes. Of course I was mad. And so were, like, most of the fight fans that saw that Reyes won that fight. So I don't understand how you can say that it was such a dominant win. It wasn't even close, man. Reyes won that fight. Watch the fight again. I've watched it again, and I've watched it again, and it makes it only more clear that Reyes should have been the champion. He should have been the guy that actually dethroned Jones. You know that, and I know that. That's why they're fighting tonight, and Jones knows that.
Whatever.
It's all right, Dave. It's all right.
Look,
tonight,
Reyes lost to John Jones. John Jones is moving up to heavyweight, and that's why, we're seeing these guys fight for the championship tonight. Because John Jones decided that these guys weren't worth his time. That's what's really going on. You could say John Jones is afraid, but that's just silly. What's really going on is John Jones decided that these guys weren't worth his time, so he gave up the belt. It's not even worth it for him. That's what's happening. These guys are in the co-main event. That's what's up. Should be a good fight. I've got Dominic Reyes by knockout. TKO. I think the ref pulls him off. Yan in the 3rd round. My boy Alice Shanks is on the chat. He says Poland smash. He thinks Yan is going to win.
Polish power, man.
He's got Yan and Costa. I don't think Costa is Polish. But that's okay. But here comes Yan Blachowicz. Blachowicz already in the cage. Dominic Reyes taking his shirt off, getting ready. He's taking his pants off now. Here we go. He's pantsless. That means it's time to fight. When he takes his pants off,
Mexico time.
That means it's fight time. All right? And if you're just joining us, I'm 3 for 3 on my fight picks tonight.
Yes, you are, David Simon. You know what? I'm trying to see if Yan has his rope with him. You know the magic rope I was talking about? I didn't see it.
The magic rope. Yeah, the rope. The magic rope. Tell the story of the magic rope again, AJ.
You want me to say it again?
Oh, I'll tell the story. So, I'll give you the abridged version because you tell stories too long. So Yan Blachowicz was running through the forest and he saw a man that had hung himself.
Walking his dog.
He was walking his dog and he saw that's a person that had hung himself. And then he called the cops, or the cops were already there?
No, he called the cops.
He called the cops, and then the cops showed up and they said, "Here, take the rope," because the rope is good luck for some reason.
Yeah.
Why didn't they want to keep... Anyways, they gave him the rope, and they're like, "Keep this rope with you because it is good luck to have the rope used by a man to hang himself in the forest," which is weird.
So you're telling me he called the cops before saving the guy? Because that wouldn't be really...
Well, I think the guy was already dead.
Yeah, he was already dead.
Oh, he's dead. He didn't even save him?
Yeah.
So Oh man.
No, man, he
the
was
story
hanging there like a
sucks.
Christmas ornament. What do you want him to do, man?
No, he was
I
dead.
thought he had saved the dude.
No.
No, man, the dude was dead,
And, but
unfortunately.
how weird is that? That like a suicide noose is good luck in some cultures. I don't know.
Exactly.
And actually, his ritual is to go to the forest where he found the guy before any fight. And ever since he's done that, he's actually been winning. So I don't know if there's any truth to it with this rope, but it's showing that there might be. But at every fight, he goes to this spot.
You believe the rope has powers?
He does.
Hey,
he
man,
does.
Don't
Come on,
fool
man.
around.
He
I'm
does.
Italian, dude.
He
I'm
does.
Italian, man.
Oh man.
You never seen The Sopranos, man?
AJ
You've never
believes
seen
in
Sopranos?
magic rope. What other bullshit can we convince you to believe in? Magic
AJ
rope.
believes the crazy shit.
So
You
far
believe the
we've been
crazy
on
shit.
Don't mess around with that
for
shit, man.
for just under. We've been on for just under 2 hours, and we've learned that AJ believes in magic rope, and he doesn't know who Biggie Smalls is. He couldn't recognize his face if you paid him.
It looked like Arnold from like Different Strokes. I can't tell on that little screen here.
God.
Everybody can see you clearly, but I'm
And
looking at
all
this
of
little
your-
screen and I
and-
can hardly see anything.
And all of your references are from the late 70s and early 80s, and I don't understand any of them because I wasn't born. It's amazing. Oh, man.
Listen, man,
You're the best. You're killing me.
did you never
You're
watch
killing
Different
me tonight.
Strokes? You don't remember that?
No,
Lou Arnold.
man. Didn't we went over this? It was over
so
before
cute.
I was
I
born.
barely remember it.
Yeah.
I barely remember it.
Yeah.
What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah.
You don't remember that saying?
Well,
It's one
I
of the-
know
it's a
that.
classic.
I've heard of that. What you talking about, Willis? You know, I know who Gary Coleman is.
There
you know?
you go. That's his real name. Yes. Gary Coleman.
But see, I'm more familiar with Gary Coleman as like an ironic internet thing than like what he was on TV, you know? Like I'm more familiar with Gary Coleman being like mad in some show. Wasn't he on some show where like he was mad and people were mean to it? Maybe it was Celebrity Rehab or Celebrity I don't know, like the weird,
with
you know,
Screech
Gary
or something, I don't know.
Coleman. Yeah, like the weird days of Gary Coleman. That I'm familiar with, and I know that when he was younger, there was the Willis thing, but I never saw that show. So here we go. The fight has begun. Jan Blachowicz and Dominic Reyes. Round 1, 4 minutes 52, 51, 50, 49, 48. If
They
you
both
want to
look in
sync
good
up
shape,
to
man.
us. Yeah, they do. It's a big fight,
They
man.
look like they're ready, man. Yep.
I'm
And the-
surprised you picked by KO, man, because I struggle to see. Like, I think he's going to win by decision. But anyways, I hope it's going to be a KO for you. So much money.
Freddie, man, he has like
I wanna
such
be wrong.
speed and power behind those hands. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, Reyes is he's a guy, he's got knockout ability, and Jan's been stopped before.
Look, he got knocked
Thiago's-
out by Santos in his last
Thiago
fight.
Santos. But Thiago Santos is a more powerful puncher, I think, than Dominic Reyes. We'll see what happens. Oh, Reyes clipped him there with a punch. Early on, solid jab from Dominic Reyes. See, he's got power, Fred. And it's light heavyweight, too, man.
Of course, man.
Big guys like this fighting for 5 rounds, it's a long time to fight. You got to really avoid a lot of shit if you're going to fight for 25 minutes if you're that size. I think these guys are going to hit each other. I don't think there's going to be a lot of this posturing that we're seeing right now. They're going to find their range and they're going to start cracking. I hope. Because if the fight continues like this, it's going to be a long night. Minute and a half in, not much action. Reyes landed a jab. Blachowicz just landed a little body kick. Not much to it. See, they're tentative because they know, like, one punch could finish this thing. Head kick thrown by Reyes. He's going for it, but carefully, you know? Who's this ref?
No clue.
Not
Never
sure.
I don't know who he is. I've never seen him before.
Where is this fight? It's in Vegas?
No, Abu Dhabi, man.
Abu Dhabi, Fight
Oh,
Island.
they're in They're already in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, they're going to be in Abu Dhabi the next 3 or 4 cards, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying earlier, Charles Jourdain, he's in Abu Dhabi because they got there way early, like really to start working with the time delay and all that. Like they're I don't know what time it is right now in Abu Dhabi, but I think it's what, mid-afternoon? What is it, Dave?
I don't know.
You should know this stuff.
I should always know what time it is in Abu Dhabi. I'll tell you. I could find out.
Last time, man.
It's 7:58 a.m.
It's early in the morning. How much?
Yeah. 7:58 a.m.
Dallas is the Stanley Cup.
Which is weird.
Oh.
It's over? What happened? Hockey's over, AJ?
No. It's 3-2 Dallas.
Dallas
won. Dallas won tonight?
Yes, but they're still down 3-2.
And when's the next game? Tomorrow?
No.
When? Monday? So Monday could be Stanley Cup?
Yeah.
There we go, man.
Well, it could have been tonight, too.
It could have been tonight, but it's not. It's UFC tonight. That's what counts.
Yan with a nice left hand wobbled Reyes a little bit. Not too much, just kind of, he felt it. So, yeah.
This is the biggest fight for, like, Polish MMA, man.
That's what they said.
Belt, man. It's a light heavyweight.
That's what they said. I still think
that's what it is, man.
Joanna is like the champion for Poland for so long. It was kind of a big deal for Polish MMA, but whatever.
No, for sure.
But Pudzianowski sold out some big stadiums, which I'm sure Blachowicz, I doubt, would sell as much.
You got to love Pudzianowski. Oh, man. Do you see that welt on the right side of Dominic Reyes? He got hit with a body kick in it. Man, that body kick didn't look like much, but god damn, it made a serious mark on him. That must have been... I think it was from a kick.
Burn, man.
I think it was from a kick, right?
Scary.
Yeah, that's bad.
Like, that looks like serious enough to break a rib, man. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, he's got a real welt on his, like, right side. On his, like, lower torso there. Kind of on his back, almost.
Yeah, like I was saying, it looks like an iron burn.
It is on his back.
Ridiculous.
Was that from a kick or a punch, or was it maybe just from being pushed up against the cage? Like, is that more of a scrape, or is it from a strike? Oh, they're showing the body kick right to that area. I think it was from that kick. Oh, and he kicked it again, too. Yeah, Yan landed that kick a couple of times, man. That's nasty. First round is done.
Jesus.
Oh, I think Yan probably won that first round. I don't know. Fred, what do you think?
I mean, other than those kicks, I think Reyes was doing better. Yeah, I think
actually,
Reyes
Dave, you know what?
Rounds.
Dave, he already had a welt before that big kick, so he's been kicking him in that spot through the fight. The welt was already there. There was a welt, and then it just got bigger with that second big kick.
Yeah, well, I think the first one was a. I think
They're not icing it. I don't understand what.
The first one was
what his coaching is doing.
Was a kick. Like what created the welt was a kick, and then he kicked that spot again.
Like you figure that they'd be icing that.
Got more significant strikes, but it was a pretty even round still.
It was close, but I would give it to Yan.
That Wolf is getting nastier, it seems.
It's big.
It's 10 strikes to 14 for Yan.
Not much. Second round now.
He doesn't seem too bothered by it right now, but
no.
It looks nasty, man. Oof. Nice uppercut. Got in.
Is John Jones tweeting, by the way?
I'm watching. So far, nothing.
I thought he'd be at that fight.
He's going to go to Abu Dhabi during a pandemic?
Why not?
John
Jones, man.
He just tweeted, beautiful first round by Yan. Left kick to the body seems open all day. That's what John Jones is saying. So John Jones sees it the way I do. Jan Blachowicz looking good in the first round. A lot of people on the screen, a lot of people tweeting that they thought Jan Blachowicz won the first round. Not by much, though. But John Jones is watching, and he is tweeting, right? So I'll be watching, letting you know what John Jones says.
Jones.
Yeah.
John Jones is always watching.
That's it. He's always watching over you.
Well, at least if he's watching, it probably means he's not getting in trouble. So
That's what I was going to say.
watching,
He
John.
might be watching the fight, but TMZ is watching him. That's for sure.
As they should be. Somebody needs to watch John Jones. Make sure he doesn't get into trouble.
That's going to be hard, bud. That's going to be hard.
Dominic is having trouble here with Jan. Landing a leg kick there, but Jan is giving him problems. You know, Dominic's not able to get inside on him. He's not able to land very much at all. Come on, man. I want to see this Dominic Reyes TKO victory here. Let's make some money tonight. I don't think it's going to happen here, guys. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking what Dominic Reyes is bringing to the table so far.
Well, I'm
he's not
pulling
doing
for you
bad,
right
Dave.
now, but the next fight, I'm pulling for Costa no matter what. So, like, I'm hoping you're going to be right on this fight, Dave, but after that, I'm pulling for Costa.
And I'm pulling for the submission for Costa, so I can walk away as like the victory out of all this.
I don't think
And that
that's
looks
how it
nasty.
works.
He must have a rib that's broken or something. Damn.
I don't think it. No, you wouldn't have a broken rib, but he's definitely like he's trying to cover it up. Like you can see his elbow dropping all the time, like to protect that side, which makes it a bit dangerous for him because his gloves are going down. He's opening himself up, but Reyes is not looking bad, Dave. He's looking good.
Yeah. He's not done much. He had a little good exchange there. Landed a couple, but not much. Ooh. Reyes is starting to find a little bit of rhythm here. He's starting to get moving. He's starting to look a little bit more comfortable. He seems like he's faster, and Jan seems like he's slowing down a little bit. Just
Maybe
in
that was their strategy.
Yeah, like, well,
You know,
Jan's
it's 5 rounds.
nose,
Let's not forget.
something's going on with Jan's nose. It's bleeding a little bit. It's red. He may have trouble breathing right now. I'm not really sure what's going on with his nose, but he's definitely taken a jab or two to the face because his nose is busted up a little bit. And he does seem a little bit slower, but still good and aggressive. But I feel like Reyes is the quicker fighter, and he's starting to find the quickness, but Blachowicz is the more powerful fighter, and when he presses forward, he's dangerous. Ooh, they're exchanging now. Reyes landed a couple, but Blachowicz is landing more.
I feel like right now, this is close to over.
It's over. Damn.
It's over. I was going to say, I don't feel
What
like
happened?
Reyes' power
Blachowicz.
is scaring Blachowicz. And
Blachowicz, he stumbled him with a punch and then followed him down to the ground. Reyes got dropped. Blachowicz follows him.
Jesus.
Couple punches on the
And
ground.
that's
The
it,
referee
man.
steps
Poland
in.
has
TKO.
won, man.
TKO.
Polish
Nice
power,
win.
man.
Jan Blachowicz
New
is your
champion for Poland, man.
new UFC light heavyweight champion, Jan Blachowicz.
Wow.
TKO in the
I'll be
second
right
round.
back.
Bravo, man. Bravo, man. Now, you
Fred,
know
where
what?
you going? Fred, where you going?
Woof. That was stressful. I can't believe it, man. What power behind that punch. Reyes is like totally shocked, but look at the side of it, man. There's bubbles coming out of his side, Dave. Do you see that?
Yeah.
What the hell, man? Well, look at that, man. Poland has a new champion. The Polish MMA scene is just like on top right now, man. That's awesome. See, the rope works, Dave. I told you about the freaking rope. You didn't believe me, man.
Shut up with the rope. The rope doesn't mean anything. I'm pissed, man. My parlay was looking so good. Man.
Listen, man, you should have went with the magic rope. I told you.
Magic
The only
rope.
thing is that, look, I got screwed up because I took my pick of Reyes beforehand, so I didn't want to change it. But once I heard about the magic rope, I'm like, you know what?
You took Reyes to
He might win it.
You're acting like you took Blachowicz to win, but you didn't. You picked Reyes, AJ. Look.
I know, man, but I'm not going to go back on what I said. I should have went with Yan because of the magic rope. I told you.
You didn't tell me. You didn't even pick him yourself. How can
I know
you?
because they want to go back on my actual pick. I didn't know about this crazy magic rope, but you can see right now that it does work, man.
You knew about the
this.
magic rope on the show. You were talking about it on the show. You knew about it.
But I said that I've been promoting Reyes all the way up to this fight, so I wasn't going to back away from that. But I didn't know about this magic rope. That's what kills me. Till the night of the show. I'm happy for Yan, man. Well deserved, man. Look, he lost to Santos, and here he is now champion. Is that incredible or what? Reyes looks busted up, man. His nose is like busted up. His ribs look, I don't know what the hell is going on there. He's not even coming up as they're announcing the champ. Oh, Dana White is calling him over. Dana's like, get your ass over here, man.
You still think Dominic Reyes would beat John Jones in a rematch?
I'll have to think about that.
You would. Yeah, you would. Wow. Uh-huh.
Jesus.
That's what I thought, AJ.
What the hell, man?
You'd have to think about that. Come on.
Look at that. Reyes is so like busted up that he's not even coming up. Wow. Bravo, Yan. Bravo, Poland, man. My buddy Pavel in Poland must be jumping up and down.
Come on. That was big.
What's he saying, Dave? What's he saying? What are they saying? What's the network saying? The universe?
I don't know. People were saying all sorts of stuff. John Jones just tweeted out, "Who mad?"
Oh.
He's just laughing at Dominic Reyes because Dominic Reyes talked a bunch of shit about him. And Dominic Reyes just got stopped by Yan Blachowicz, who I think probably would lose to John Jones if they were to fight, right? I would take John Jones over Yan Blachowicz. Even after tonight's performance, I'd still take John Jones. Because he's John Jones. Who would you pick? If John Jones was like, I'm going to go, you'll stick with the magic rope. You're not going to go with logic and the greatest fighter of all time. You're going to go with a magic rope because you believe in magic ropes?
Listen, man. Yan believes in it, and look who's the champion tonight. But honestly speaking, man, I didn't think Reyes was going to go down that fast.
Yeah,
wow,
he got beat up.
On that punch.
There was nothing there for Reyes. He was not in that fight.
No, Dave, he wasn't looking that bad. Like you were saying that he looked like he was picking up on his steps. He looked like he was being a little bit more aggressive, and then boom, it's all over. So you know what? I don't know. Maybe it's the time change. Who knows what it is, man? But
could have been the pandemic. A lot of guys aren't getting their best training in right now, right, because of the pandemic and all that. Could be something there.
He didn't goes to show you who's a better natural fighter.
He didn't look as good tonight as he did in the John Jones fight, but I don't know. A lot of factors could play into that. He didn't look great, Dominic Reyes. He did not look great.
But you know what?
But Yan Blachowicz did.
Bad.
Yan Blachowicz looked really, really good. You know? He looked fantastic.
Look,
guy came in, top shape, very powerful, bullied Dominic Reyes around. Reyes didn't seem to have the strength to deal with Yan. Yan is a big, strong guy, and he hits like a truck. He's dangerous, man.
So who's next for him?
I don't know.
Santos
Who cares?
Again?
Yeah, Santos.
Think about it, man.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Santos has already beat him. So this is where it's going to come down to is, like, Santos is going to come out and say, listen, I already knocked this guy out. I'm the real champ. And when you look at the fight with John Jones and Santos, his knees didn't go out, and the guy was fighting with, like, no knees. man, we don't really know how good Santos is if he's 100% like healthy.
Mm-hmm.
He went into a fight with John Jones with like really two knees with ACL problems. I mean, how strong is this guy? That's the question mark. But the thing is that he took out Yan with a knockout in his last fight. So who knows?
I think Thiago Santos is a good bet. He's the last guy to beat Jan Blachowicz. He is still one of the top contenders. If you look at the UFC's rankings, they have him ranked number 2, just behind Dominic Reyes. His last fight was a close split decision loss to John Jones, and then he had to go out for knee surgery. And I think his next fight is going to be against Glover Teixeira. Seems to be going down November 7th. So he does have a fight scheduled. But November 7th is not that far away. So I could easily see the winner of the Glover Teixeira-Thiago Santos fight being the number 1 contender and fighting Jan Blachowicz for the light heavyweight title. It'll be Jan's first title defense. Winner of Glover and Santos. I think that makes sense, right? It's a good fight, too, yep. Glover and Santos. Glover's been on a run. Glover's still dangerous, you know. Glover's 40 years old and still good. He's won 4 in a row. Just beat Anthony Smith. Just beat the shit out of Anthony Smith in that fight. Glover's still a bad man. So, Glover and Thiago Santos, I'm down with that. I think Thiago probably wins, and then we see Thiago Santos and Jan Blachowicz rematch for the light heavyweight title. The only problem with that is, you know, I don't really care, but other than that, it's fine.
Man, well, it's been pretty exciting tonight. I mean, the last 2 fights, even the Eubanks fight was good. I mean, it hasn't been that bad of a card, Dave, so far.
No, it's been a decent card. The Roy Val fight was really good. The first 2 fights on the night weren't that great. The Dawodu fight and then the Vieira fight, not particularly great fights. The last 2 fights have been really good, though. Roy Val against Cara France was good. Blachowicz and Reyes was a fun fight. Yeah, I would say so. You see the prelims? You see that guy William Knight fighting at light heavyweight? My God, that guy was monstrous. Not like super skilled,
against
but
Camus, right?
Yeah, against Alexa Kamur. It was William Knight against Alexa Kamur, and that guy William Knight was like very big and very strong. Fred's back. Hey, Fred.
But it wasn't that. You know what? It wasn't. It was a okay fight. It was nothing exciting. A lot of clinching through the 3 rounds.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a great fight. I was just impressed with how jacked William Knight was, pretty much. Ludovic Klein with a nice knockout over Shane Young. Jake Matthews beat Diego Sanchez down pretty handily, won by decision unanimously, 30-26 on all 3 judges' scorecards. That means it was a 10-8 round there. Brad Riddell beats Alex Da Silva by decision. And then on the pay-per-view so far, we have Hakeem Dawodu winning by split decision over Zubaira Tukhugov. Ketlin Vieira beat Sijara Eubanks by unanimous decision. Brandon Royval over Kai Kara France by submission. Jan Blachowicz over Dominic Reyes by TKO. And Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa coming up next, the main event for the UFC Middleweight Championship.
What's the universe saying, Dave?
I do have Israel Adesanya by decision. Fred has Costa by knockout. AJ has Costa by submission. So,
please,
I'm going with
that would be like
Israel Adesanya.
Greatest, dear Lord, please let Costa win by submission. I'm not asking for much.
You're 0 for 4, right, AJ?
Yeah, I'm not looking too good tonight. I didn't have that magic rope, man, which I should have, which I might ask from Jan, for all the next fights. But listen, man, if AJ pulls off a submission with Costa, it's all redeemed. Freddie, I walk away as, the winner, man. It's the last fight. This is where it all comes down to. It comes down to this. Not the rest. Forget the rest. This is it.
Let's see John Jones' Twitter stream so far tonight.
What's he say?
There he goes. Beautiful first round by Yan. Left kick to the body. Seems open all day. Yan forcing Dominic to go first. Dominic nose is broke. One of those faces with the shush sign. Who mad? Boo. I'm going to need some Dominic bandwagon memes. Apple Valley champ. Keep your head up. I don't know what that means. Fist. Shit's not as easy as it looks. Be cocky, eat cocky. Be cocky, eat cocky. That's it. I'm going to bed now. Just enjoy my Yan. Enjoy, my friend. Congratulations. So John Jones not staying up for Israel,
classy.
showing disrespect to Israel
Wow.
because they've had their words. That's it. I'm going to bed now.
He's bullshitting.
I
Nah,
love it.
he's not going to bed. You know
I
that.
love
Right?
it.
I bet he
He's
tweets
staying up.
something else. If
I
Toronto
like that.
wins,
100%.
he's gonna tweet something.
This is my favorite. Be cocky, eat cocky.
What's that, John?
From
After
Bone.
Ray's got starched. Look at that. That's funny, man.
That's good. Good stuff.
Hey, listen, man, you got to give it to Jones. Listen, he was pretty classy in congratulating Yan. So
Yeah. Well, he's got no beef with him. Is the beef is with
No.
Reyes. Talking all
Yep.
that shit.
and Israel more than anything. And you know what? He's gonna be up to watch this fight. He wants to see Israel get starched. And Fred is right. As soon as that happens, man, there's gonna be all kinds of tweets from Jones. He's not going to bed. He's gonna go sit on his bed and watch this fight.
Yo, Fred, where'd you go?
Where do you think I go?
I love it. I love it.
Ooh.
It was harvest time today.
Alice
What?
Shank says, I think Stylebender, but he wants Costa by knockout. But he thinks that Israel will win, but he'd like to see Costa by knockout. I mean, it'd be cool, man. It would be cool to see a new champion, Paulo Costa. If he can knock out Israel Adesanya, look out. Hey, why is he playing with his junk so much right now? Do you see that? He's having cup problems. He's touching his dick
Who's
the
that?
whole time he's walking towards the cage, Paulo Costa. Look, he's still after it. He's having all sorts of cup problems right now. His cup is not properly fast. You see that? You see him grabbing at his junk so much? What's going on there? What's all that junk grabbing, Paulo? He lowered his shorts. It was weird.
Maybe he didn't use Manscaped.
Yeah, he's got a Manscaped
That's-
problem. Paulo Costa needs to go to manscaped.com, use that promo code Ringside20, get 20% off your order and free shipping when you use our promo code Ringside20 at manscaped.com. Look, he's touching his junk again before he walks into the cage. He's got junk problems.
Maybe that's his magic rope that's gonna make him get the win tonight.
My
There you
God.
go, man. You wanted a rope? That's his magic. He looks confident.
Well, he's undefeated, man. He should be
Could he
confident.
pull it off, man? Well, someone's gonna have a loss tonight. Who's it gonna be?
I don't know. I think Paulo
know.
Costa.
Let me check my
Somebody's going
crystal
to have
ball
a
here.
loss tonight.
Let me check my crystal ball.
It's gonna be
Man,
a
does he
draw
look
just
ripped.
to piss all of us off.
Yeah. Like Cowboy. Where Nico Price technically won.
I'm going to get you a Donald Cerrone action figure just to shut you up, all right? Send it to you.
I love Cowboy.
Send you the
We saw
Donald
him fight
Cerrone
live,
action
remember?
figure and be like, Cerrone beat Nico.
Hey man, no. Usually I always go for Cowboy. I'm like a Cowboy fan. It's just that I didn't think he was gonna pull it off with Nico, and I was almost right. Listen, man. Cowboy,
How do you like my Roy Val by submission pick tonight, though? That was pretty good, guys. You
That
like
was-
that? That was good.
That was good, man. That freaked me out because to pull off a submission, if anybody just went for that straight win and method, and they listened to you, Dave, he was an underdog, man. He was an underdog that pulled off a submission, which
It
is
was like 4.5 to 1 odds if you just bet on that straight
crazy.
up, which I should have done.
Yep, you would have made some nice money, which you should have
not
done.
that much. Not that much.
You
Unless
should
I
have
bet a
broken
lot
it
of
in half.
money.
First three
but-
fights. I mean,
Huh?
You could.
Yeah, but I don't gamble to make millions of dollars. I do it because you put a couple bucks here, a couple bucks there, makes the
You're
fights
helping the
more fun.
economy.
Yeah, and then if you win improbable bet, then you win like a ridiculous amount of money off like nothing. You know, I could have won
you would have
like
bought
almost
some tracksuits.
I could have won almost $700 off a $5 bet. You know, it's
Yeah,
nothing.
man, I would have been happy. You know, a nice tracksuit.
Yeah. Well, too bad you're not
Designed
getting a
by
new
Ringside
tracksuit
Report.
now. No new tracksuits. All right. Unless more people hit us up on Super Chat tonight, unless we get that 665. If we get a 665 Super Chat, you know, then tracksuits for everybody. All right, but
But at this point, what is it? A bus ticket? But
like
either
I
or,
said,
thank you for giving like you know what? Anybody that gives us anything, like thank you very much. I think it's
Yeah.
awesome. But like just even regular chat, like is awesome. What's happening out there, Dave? I can't see what's happening with the universe. What are they saying? What's Johnny saying? Is he quiet tonight or what?
Johnny's not around. Jason Morno Pete says Costa looks like he's about to get TKO'd by USADA. That's good. He does look pretty jacked.
Jason, man, he does, man.
I'm telling you.
Let's see if he
this
dances.
is
Is he
one
gonna
of,
do his
like,
dance?
What are you saying, Fred?
This fight is one of the fights like in the history of the UFC where both guys like are extreme athletes. Like I'm trying to remember, you know, like we've had some great fights with great fighters, but here I'm talking about the athleticism. Both guys are really freakish athletes, and I don't think we've seen many of these type of fights in the history of the UFC still.
This is one of the most high-level fights in the history of the UFC. You know, you look at these two guys, you look at how evolved their games are, how, you know, in top shape, in their prime that they are right now, both undefeated, fighting for the middleweight championship. Israel Adesanya has gone through murderer's row of the middleweight division. Costa's got some impressive wins coming into this. This is one of the most high-level fights that the UFC has ever done. This is really
the
big.
evolution.
Mm-hmm.
This is the evolution of the sport. Like you see
Yeah.
these athletes and skilled also, because you see Costa, he caught my eye. I'm pretty sure it was the same night GSP fought Bisping that Costa fought Hendricks, and he completely dominated Hendricks, and that's where he caught my eye. I'm going like, wow, this guy is like the future of this division, like freak athlete with crazy skill.
Yeah, Costa is something else, man. Israel's going to have to avoid that power. It's going to be tough. Costa's looking jacked.
Oof. They're looking.
My
Did
God.
you see that? They almost went at it. Wow. Costa just wants. He had to be held back by the ref. I think it was. Hey, listen, man.
Why would you fight before the fight? You know, like you're
It doesn't make
about
sense,
to be
yeah.
able to do everything you want to do. Wait 3 minutes. Not even. It'll happen.
Maybe he's just trying to get into his head. That's what it is. It's psychological as well.
Meh. Silly.
So what is it? 6'4". Man, we're looking at an 8-inch reach by Israel.
Israel is tall. Israel is
3-inch.
rangy.
He has a 3-inch.
Israel will keep Costa away from him, pick him apart, and win over 25 minutes. Let's go.
Man, this is been a while, man. I'm happy that it's actually happening. Finally. Let's see. Israel looks focused. Costa looks very sweaty already.
Does he?
Yeah. Uh-oh, Israel's doing his yoga or something.
And Costa looks like very amped up. He looks like a pro wrestler before a match. Like he's like, oh, like he's making mean faces. Like he's really. There's a lot. Like what? It's weird, you know. Like he's very like. He seems enraged. Why is he so angry? Why does he look so mad?
He's like Belfort, man. He's coming here to fight. He wants to
Fucking
make a
intense,
statement.
man.
And this is what it's all about. Yeah, man, scary. But can he back it up
I wouldn't
tonight?
want to fight
We'll
him.
see.
Tell you that much.
Hell no.
Here we go.
I wouldn't want to fight either of these guys. These guys are big and scary and dangerous. And these are big dudes, man. You know? Israel Adesanya is deceptively gigantic. He's a really big dude. What is he? He's 6'4"?
You see that, Freddie?
That's very, that's
6'4".
big, man. 6'4", can fight like that. Israel Adesanya is one of the baddest dudes on the planet, man. These two guys are two of the baddest men walking this earth. Jesus.
Like, you have a mix here of Israel, like a mix, if you want to say two fighters. You look at, like, Anderson Silva and John Jones, man. You blend them together, you got Israel.
Jason Mornos Pete wants to know what's going on with Israel's right pec. He said tit, but like look at his.
Like it's drooping.
Yeah, what's going on?
Right.
Yeah, what is that?
Right.
There's like something going on.
It could be a muscle tear. It could be a muscle tear.
Yeah, it's weird, eh?
Jason,
his right pec.
On the ball,
yeah, good eye,
right.
Jason. His right pec is like a little weird looking, like droopy.
Yep. It could be a muscle tear.
Could be. It could be something else. Looks like there's something in it.
Yeah,
all right, here we go.
Like, who knows, a kick or a punch. Here we go.
The fight has begun. 4 minutes, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45. We're in the first round. Adesanya, Paulo Costa. Here we go. It's go time.
Look at the welts on the back of the left leg of Costa. He's already got like 3 welts.
That's cupping.
It's that cupping thing again?
Yeah, that's not from kicks. We're 30
I can't
seconds
really tell.
in.
I mean,
what are you watching on a cell phone? What's going on?
No, I'm looking at it from like, I don't know, maybe his training camp he got like...
That's cupping.
Because usually the cupping is on the back. They don't usually do it in the back of the legs.
Look, man, they're 3, they're round, they're in the same spot on both leg. That's cupping.
Yeah, no, it's cupping. It's cupping.
He's got welts. Israel.
No, because I just saw the welt.
Israel fucked him up with his mind somehow. He's got that weird mind martial arts that those guys do.
Costa solid kicks, man.
People think MMA is mixed martial arts, but it's really mind martial arts. That's the next evolution. Just doing this.
That's Connor, man.
Guys flying back. You know, I've seen that.
Oh, the Chi Killers.
Yeah, those guys, man. Those guys are...
You see them on McDojo.
Oh, man, those guys are legit, man. Don't fuck with those guys.
They'll give you the liver punch to the kidney number 16, and that's it, man. You're done.
It's over.
But they can't go in the UFC because they're too dangerous.
Too dangerous. Too dangerous. Because if they just touch you like this, you die. You know?
You're dead, man.
They couldn't do that.
Or maybe you don't die right away, but you'll die at some point.
Yeah, at some point you'll die. Maybe
don't
you
mess
won't
with those
die right away, but at some point you'll die, which is true for all humans.
Did you ever hear that? It's like, I'll fuck him up. I'll kill him. You know, one touch, dim mac touch, and they're dead.
Yeah.
They might die right now if I'm nice. They won't feel the pain, but if I make them suffer, they'll die at some point.
If I
touch the L16.
That's amazing.
Man, I watch those McDojo things all the time, and I'm like, how many crazy people are out there? And they've got students like you would not believe.
Israel staying on the outside. Paulo Costa put his hands behind his back and kind of dared him to come at him.
Yeah.
But now Israel landed he landed a solid jab there, and he kind of Costa got hit with a jab, and he kind of laughed. He knew he got hit. Well, Costa's just standing there, and Israel is like just standing there. Now they're just posturing at each other. That was really weird. Costa was like, hey, see, I'm just standing, not moving. And then Israel stood there, and he's like, well, I'm also standing and not moving. And then I'm sitting here going, hey, guys, people paid for this. People paid for you guys to stand there and not move. Like, how about you hit each other when you're not moving? How about you start moving? What's going on here? People pay good money for you guys to beat the shit out of each other. Stop standing there and looking at each other. I'm kidding. Kind of. Mostly. Right? Oh, kicks to the leg, kicks to the knee. Israel landing some good kicks now on Paulo Costa's leg.
Ooh,
He's going after those legs. Costa's doing a lot of posturing and a lot of faces. He seems to be mostly faces this fight. He did a lot of crazy faces before the fight. During the fight, he's making a lot of faces. His facial expressions are great, but his fighting so far, he's a lot like a wrestler.
Adesanya's controlling the distance right now.
Yeah. Paulo Costa just got hit with a body kick and danced afterwards. That was weird. Adesanya is landing leg kicks, body kicks, keeping him at a distance. Costa seems frustrated, so he's talking shit, but he's not doing anything. Costa's pointing different ways. He's go this way, and Israel's no. Costa actually told him to he's telling him where to be. He's like go over there. Come here. This isn't pro wrestling, man. I don't know. He's daring him to go into the zone where he would get hit with Costa's right hand, and Israel's staying away from the right hand. He's come on, circle left a little bit. Take my right hand. And Israel's no. I'm going to circle right and stay away from that power hand. And it's working. Israel Adesanya wins round 1. Right? That's what's happening right now. He's staying on the outside. He's staying away from the right hand of Paulo Costa. He's circling the right way. He's avoiding the power. He's landing his shots. He's winning on points. This is the fight I thought that Israel would be fighting. This is exactly what I thought would be happening. Israel 10-9 first round, right?
Yeah. Right now, Costa has to figure out how to cut that distance and be able to cause some damage, because if he lets Israel move like that, it's going to be a long fight for him.
Costa already looks a little tired. Carrying around a lot of muscle.
No, man, he has a strong gas tank. Don't kid yourself, Dave. If there's one thing with Costa, man, he could go the distance. We'll see.
You've never seen him go the distance.
No, we haven't seen him, but he's got loads of energy, man. Don't kid yourself. We'll see what happens. He's got 15 kicks to the leg. We'll see, I'm telling you.
We'll see, I'm telling you. We'll see, I'm telling you. So, all right.
We'll see if my submission comes out. I just want it to go to distance because he can get that submission in the 4th and 5th round.
When they're really sweaty and really slippery?
Yeah.
Unlikely.
He's not getting a takedown right now.
Guaranteed.
He's struggling to get close.
Yeah.
He doesn't have an answer.
AJ, you said when we were previewing this fight that Costa would be shooting for takedowns, and I was like, I don't think he'll shoot for more than maybe 1 or 2 takedowns the whole fight, if that. And you're like, no, he's gonna push him against the fence, he's gonna do a lot of takedowns, and he's gonna put him down on the mat.
Listen, man,
and he's not attempted. He's not attempted that at all, though. That's clearly not his game plan. That's not how he fights. When you were saying that on the show, I was like, have you seen a Paulo Costa fight? Because he's never done that.
Have you seen Paulo Costa in jiu-jitsu, man? That's the thing. That's what I'm going with. It's only the 2nd round. We'll see, man.
I've seen him fight MMA, and that's what he's doing right now. Costa just got hit with a kick, and then he stuck his tongue out and kind of wobbled back like he was pretending to be hurt. He keeps getting kicked on that leg, and the leg is red partly from the cups, but also partly from the kicks now. The kicks are starting to get him. And maybe Adesanya saw those cup marks on the leg and saw it as a target. I think the leg kicks were probably part of the plan anyways, to slow the big man down. Chop his legs out from under him, make him slower, make him an easy target, so you can have an easy road to victory in the later rounds. Costa can't get inside on Israel. He can't do it. This fight's all Adesanya so far. AJ, how's this submission going? Wait. Costa's still dangerous, but like as this fight goes on, he becomes less dangerous. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Israel's controlling right now.
Yeah.
And Israel's smart. He's not going to just jump in and go guns blazing. That's not his style.
No. Like, he knows he's got to avoid certain things with Paulo Costa. He's got to fight a smart technical fight, and he's got to stay on his toes the whole time. And now, like, Israel's controlling the center of the octagon because Paulo has slowed down. For most of this fight, it was Paulo Costa kind of pressing the action and Israel countering. But now Israel has taken the center of the octagon, and Paulo Costa is just kind of defending, and he looks to be slowing down and frustrated because he can't get anything going. Israel is controlling this fight now. Before he was winning the fight, but now he's also controlling the octagon.
Well, he's battering his left leg. The front leg is going.
Ooh.
You can see it. Like he's.
Yeah. Well, Costa is becoming more and more hesitant to move in on Israel because every time he does, he gets hit with a leg kick. Costa went for a body kick. Israel caught it and then landed some good shots on him. Oh, Israel just dropped Costa. Costa's in trouble. Costa is Dunsky. It's over. It's over. Costa got dropped, and he was just done. He was tired. He was done. He had nothing left. Israel Adesanya smashed him. TKO round 2. Whoa.
Jesus, Murphy.
Whoa. Smashed him. Smashed right through him.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Who's next?
I'm in shock. Jesus, Murphy. What the hell, man?
Too bad John Jones is at heavyweight because I would have watched Israel versus John Jones.
Yeah, at light heavyweight, that's more interesting now than ever because Israel Adesanya has now gone through the whole division. Like, he has beat them all.
I got to give it to you, man.
Thank you.
You called the win. You called Israel.
I thought he'd
but I didn't think Costa was going to go down in the second.
I didn't think he'd finish Costa. I didn't think he'd finish him in the second round as easily as he did. But I did think Israel would win, and I don't think Paulo Costa had much of a shot. You know, I didn't think Costa was going to be able to touch Israel. I thought the fight was going to go that way, but I thought Costa would have a little bit more of a gas tank. I think Costa got hit and hurt, but I think he was also quite tired. He just didn't have much fight in him.
I think the leg gave out on him. Yeah, look.
Head kick.
Wow.
Landed clean. But
yep. You got to give it to Israel.
I don't know.
Wow.
What really took... It's
the knee, man. Look at his leg. He couldn't even stand on that leg anymore.
You know, the punch that dropped him, the punch that dropped Costa was a left hand that kind of grazed Costa. But then
it was that kick, Dave. It was that high kick.
No. What dropped him was a punch. And then Israel on the ground, like, you know, he landed some strikes and Costa just, he couldn't defend. He didn't offer any kind of defense there. Israel just dominant in that fight.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think it was the head kick that was earlier that really, like, shook up Costa because that left that grazed his ear. I mean, there was no real power behind it, but it dropped him. I think he was just gassed. I think his leg just gave out. He's not sitting on the floor because of exhaustion. He's sitting on the floor because of pain.
Israel was yelling at Dana about something. I think it was something about his teammate. Yeah. One of his teammates got screwed or something. Something happened with his teammate. I don't know. I couldn't tell. But Israel is just pumped up. What a win.
Israel's a beast. But you know what? His kicking game is what made him win.
I mean, there are guys out there, you know, Jared Cannonier, Jack Hermanson. There are guys that are going to, you know, show up and be challengers for Israel. But after what he's done with Robert Whittaker, with Paulo Costa, You know, he did the same thing to Robert Whittaker, just smashed right through him, beat Yoel Romero, Kelvin Gastelum fight. Like, it's going to be hard to dethrone this guy, man. This guy is, like, he's good, and every time he's out there, it's like, whoa, I don't know. Like, last time he was out there, it wasn't that impressive, the Yoel fight, but this fight is like, oh, my God. You know, sometimes you see Israel Adesanya, and you're like, geez, this guy's on another level.
Like,
this guy's one of the greatest ever.
Like, I'm going to go back to the athleticism. Like, if you look at some of the greats, look at GSP. Like, super skilled and all that, but he was also a crazy good athlete. And Israel, he has all the skills plus the athleticism. He's got everything to be a champion for a long time. Like, honestly, I got no clue who's gonna dethrone him. I don't see anybody that's really gonna pose any danger to him.
And with the Romero fight, Dave, if you look at it, man, Romero wasn't doing anything. He was just a statue. So it's hard to fight a statue and be able to think impressive. So you know what? Considering what Romero did, he still came out with the win, Israel. So tonight's win was impressive. I didn't think it was going to go down that fast. But Jesus, this guy is...
Well, the Gastelum fight was really impressive. You know, the Whittaker fight was really impressive. The Yoel fight was not super impressive, but this Paulo Costa fight might have been the most impressive. Paulo Costa undefeated, just beastly going into this one, knocking everybody out. But Israel Adesanya made quick work of him, man. Paulo Costa couldn't even last 2 rounds with this guy. 31 years of age is Israel Adesanya. This guy's in his prime.
Yep. Dangerous. What's Jones saying? Did Jones tweet anything? Or is he sleeping? I doubt he's sleeping now. See, you go.
That's what he tweeted.
See, what's up with... Maybe he's listening to us. What's up with Izzy's right tit?
Let's see the answers from the people. That might be scary for the show.
Oh, yeah, that might not be good. We'll see. It's just a picture. What is that?
Whatever it is, man, it didn't affect his fighting tonight.
Some guy thinks it's a torn pec. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what
How come John Anik isn't asking him about that?
Because he's not Dave Simon. That's
maybe
why.
Somebody will ask him at the press conference. Hell yeah. Yo, Izzy, what's up with your right tit? Wow. What a win, man. That was huge. Nice win for Israel Adesanya. And let's see. Let's recap our fight picks of the night, shall we? Let's just see who was right, AJ, because I know that you like to talk about how right you were all the time. So I had Israel Adesanya to win. You guys both had Paulo Costa. We all had Dominic Reyes. We were all wrong there. And actually, guys, that was my only wrong pick of the night. Yep. I had Brandon Royval. I had Israel Adesanya. I had Ketlin Vieira. And I had Hakeem Dawodu. And those all came through. AJ, I went 4-1. AJ, you went what? 1-4? 0-5. 0-5?
0-5.
0-5, AJ. I went 4-1. You went 0-5, brother. What happened to AJ's always right?
You know AJ's going to think about that all night now.
Yeah, that's going to haunt you, AJ. 4-1 versus 0-5. And, you know, 3 of those fights, 3 of the 4 fights I picked correctly, I also got the method of victory, so that was pretty good. I didn't get Israel correctly, how he won. I didn't think he'd finish him. I thought he'd win by decision, but, hey, nice win for Israel Adesanya. Very nice. And I look good, and AJ looks bad, which is really the important thing for the show, right? For me to look correct and for AJ to be incorrect, because then AJ can't brag to us. It's not really that it's for me to brag. It's so that I block AJ's brag. Right, Fred? You know what I mean? Like, it's just so that AJ doesn't come on the show Thursday and he's like, I told you guys, da-da-da. You know, now he can't do that. And we can just make fun of him for going 0-5 at UFC 253. That's really, I mean, that's hard to do, you know? And if Rob, who always bets against you, if he actually did it tonight, he would have cashed in big time. Like, going 0 for 5 is pretty impressive. It's almost as impressive as going 5 for 5, you know, because you're just so bad that if you just went against AJ, you'd be correct tonight. 0 for 5, AJ. That's more impressive than 4 and 1. 0 for 5 is really impressive. It really is. I'm not kidding. It's more impressive. It's not like in a good way for you, but it's just more like,
Lucky I didn't go with
that's
Sanchez,
crazy.
or else it would have been like, it would have been like a real good night for Rob.
Yeah.
But hey, listen, and Freddie, what did you do tonight? You're what?
2 and
3
3.
and 5?
2 and 3. 2 and 3.
Not bad.
Yeah, average on a 5 fight. It happens.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. UFC 253 in the books. I thought that was a good pay-per-view. And you know what's great about this? 2 title fights. The last time we had 2 title fights on a UFC pay-per-view, the thing ended at like 2 a.m. Eastern time. It is currently 12:49, and it's over. It's not even 1 a.m.
Thank God.
I thought this thing
but
was going to go till 2. It's not 1 a.m. because the 2 title fights didn't last more than 2 rounds. Right? Both title fights that we had didn't go to decision. They ended in the second round. Both of them. Pretty good. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. I mean, look, it was a good fight card, but it wasn't better than last week's fight night card. Not even close. I mean, last week's fight night card was exciting from prelims all the way to the last fight. Tonight's card was good, but it wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be. I thought it would be a much more impressive Costa.
Good,
I thought there would be a much more impressive Dominic Reyes.
Yeah,
I don't know,
your
man.
guys lost.
Yeah, that's why you're saying it wasn't as good.
All your guys lost.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
100%.
even with the loss, I mean, it wasn't it wasn't like some great fights going on tonight. Like
no.
The
other than,
MMA world doesn't
France.
revolve around your picks, man.
That's right.
It was
I know, dude. I know. But if you have to compare the 2 cards, they don't
I'd
come
say
close,
tonight
man.
was better. Tonight we saw Paulo Costa versus Israel Adesanya, the highest form of MMA, and Israel Adesanya, the world champion, scored a knockout victory. To me, that's more impressive than, Kobe Covington beating an aging Tyron Woodley. I'd much rather see Paulo Costa, Israel Adesanya for the world championship, 2 fighters in their prime, and a very impressive, shocking finish in a main event of a pay-per-view than, Kobe Covington, this kind of rude guy who's a number 2 in the division, beating up Tyron Woodley, who's kind of older and just not as good. I don't know. I thought tonight was way better. Top to bottom, we had some really good fights. That Brandon Royval, Kai Kara France fight was crazy. Knockdowns. I mean, that exchange when one guy knocked one guy down, then the other knocked the other, and then they went for the omoplata and the submission attempt. That was amazing. And then the finish there when he got the guillotine choke, that was really a hell of a fight. And the Jan Blachowicz knocking out Dominic Reyes in the second round. Dominic Reyes' last fight was against John Jones. He took John Jones through 5 rounds, looked really impressive, came in as a heavy favorite against Jan Blachowicz, and got knocked out in the second round. And we see a new world champion. And then Israel Adesanya and Paulo Costa do battle, 2 undefeated studs, and Adesanya fucking stops him in the second round for the world championship. If that's not a great card, man, I don't know what you're looking for. To me, UFC 253 was really good, better than last week. You're just mad because you went 0-5, AJ.
Listen, last week we had Khamzat, we had Johnny Walker, we had Mackenzie Dern, and then we had Kobe and Tyrone as the main card. Come on, man. Tonight's card was good, but it was not as exciting as last week's card. Let's be honest. But you know what? I was not impressed with Costa tonight.
Why would you be impressed with Costa?
I was thinking Costa, because you know what? I'm sure a lot of people are thinking the same way. I think Israel was extremely impressive. I mean, this guy is the real deal. There's no doubt about it. And to be honest, I know he's going to be calling out Jones. It's at one point we're going to see this fight happen, but we're going to see an aged Jones against a prime Israel. It's not going to be the same, by the time that fight actually happens. But let's be honest, this guy is unstoppable. Who do you put in front of him now? Who?
In front of Israel? Well, like I said, man, there are guys, Jack Hermanson and the other guys in the middleweight division. Jared Cannonier's on a little run. Darren Till is around. There are guys out there. I think, who is Cannonier fighting next? It's like a big fight, and I think the winner of that is probably up. I think Cannonier is he's on the cusp of it. He just beat Hermanson. He's fighting Whitaker October 24th at UFC 254. I think the winner of that fight is probably next, honestly. I think Robert Whitaker, maybe you give him another shot at Israel if he can beat a surging Jared Cannonier. How about that? Robert Whitaker, he lost to Israel, but he just beat Darren Till. Looked really good there. If he can beat Jared Cannonier, maybe you give Whitaker another shot. I mean, Whitaker, he was a world champion, but I don't think he was ever really in his prime. 29 years old. Still very young, man. I think it's a possibility that we haven't seen the best of Robert Whitaker, so I wouldn't count him out. I think Israel Adesanya and Robert Whitaker are probably going to fight again for the middleweight title. It's just a matter of time. Because I don't see many guys in the division beating Robert Whitaker other than Israel, I think Whitaker might be next, man. I think Whitaker maybe beats Cannonier and then he fights Israel again. I definitely think they'll fight again. I'm not sure when. But I think Whitaker is for sure going to come around again at some point. It's like Cain Velasquez and Junior Dos Santos. Guys, you have no thoughts on Whitaker versus Israel again? I mean, Israel handled him pretty good the first time, but Whitaker's still young, man. He's only got room to improve. He's not. I don't think he's reached his peak. A couple of years younger than Israel too. Like when Israel's 34 and Whitaker is 32, it's gonna make a difference at that point.
Well, for right now, they're the same players. Like the main characters in the middleweight divisions. In the middleweight division are Israel, Whitaker, Costa's going to be back at some point. But I think we have to say that Israel is clearly number one right now. So we'll see. Hopefully, there's some good challenges that come. But for right now, I think Israel is going to have some fights where people are just going to have him as a huge favorite.
He's one of the best fighters in the world right now. After what he did tonight. He's one of the best. If you're looking at your pound-for-pound rankings or whatever, he's going to be up there, top 5, I'd say. Pretty goddamn impressive tonight. Pretty impressive.
Look, the only thing that I can see, giving him a challenge, in the future is Khamzat. And Jared will probably get that shot earlier, but, if anybody's coming up, that can be impressive. Just like DC said, he said that Khamzat is going to be a future two-division champion. And if that's the case, that'd be the fight I'd want to see. Even though he's ranked, maybe 15th at this point? He's coming up. But in between, man, there's nothing there that I can see that can challenge Israel at this point. There's nobody. Maybe Jared could give him a good fight, but not enough for, Israel not to walk away with a win on that. But Khamzat, that's something different. There's something special about this guy, and that's what I'm looking forward to. But yeah, it's going to be a while, man.
Well, Khamzat is sticking to the welterweight division, it seems, right now, because the next rumored fight for Khamzat would be at welterweight against Wonderboy Thompson or at welterweight against Leon Edwards. So I don't know if Khamzat's going to be the answer in the middleweight division, but you never know. He does look pretty damn impressive, and he could pose some problems for Israel. You never know, but Israel is pretty damn good, and Khamzat is unproven. So I would kind of pump the brakes on putting Khamzat in there right now, especially considering what Israel Adesanya just did to Paulo Costa. By God, what an impressive win by Israel Adesanya. TKO in the second round over Paulo Costa. That is our show. Go to ringsidereport.net. We're going to be back here to talk MMA this coming Thursday night, every Thursday night at 8 p.m. on all the channels. Thank you for watching us on YouTube, on Facebook Live, and on Twitch. All of our stuff is available at ringsidereport.net. I'll be back here tomorrow night. Man, tomorrow night for the Clash of Champions watch-along. Watching some WWE tomorrow. Totally different vibe for a UFC watch-along than it is for a WWE watch-along. And it'll be fun. We'll have a lot of jokes. We'll eat some snacks, and we'll watch some wrestling. All right? It'll be a good time tomorrow for the Clash. Follow Freddie on his thing at Freddie MMA on Twitter. Follow AJ at Danny Bruck. Follow me at Dave Simon MMA on all the things. RingsideReport.net. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you to Patrick C. Hamilton for the super chat. We appreciate you all. Alice Shanks, Jason Morneau, Pete. Who else was there? Oh, man, so many people on the chat tonight. We appreciate everybody watching, everybody chatting, everybody, whatever. Even if you're not watching, you're not. Fun, man. Even if you're not watching and you're not chatting and you're not even aware of us, we still appreciate you, okay? We appreciate you. We love you big time.
Nice, Dave.
Yeah,
nice,
I mean, some of you we don't appreciate.
That was a Hallmark moment.
Yeah, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it at all.
Well, there's one guy
we only appreciate the people that we watch and listen. The rest of you, right? The rest of them. Well, yeah, I mean, I only appreciate the ones that I don't appreciate Jan Blachowicz for messing up my parlay tonight, but that's another story. All right, guys. Thanks. I
don't know who to blame tonight. I'm gonna have to come up with something by Thursday.
Well, Israel messed up too. Yeah, you went 0 for 5 tonight, AJ. 0 for 5.
Jesus.
If you're gonna remember one thing on this show, remember 3 things. AJ doesn't recognize Biggie Smalls. AJ believes in magic ropes. AJ now thinks that John Jones would beat Dominic Reyes in a rematch. 4 things. And AJ went 0 for 5. The most important thing is that AJ is not always right, like he claims, because he went 0 for 5 on his UFC 253 fight picks.